Well, anthems just finished up here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Smith, who the Riverhawks got for the lineups tonight?
So we have the starting lineup for Edmonton. Leading it off, it's Drew Veach in center field. After him, Matt Van Slyke over at third. Batting third, it's Shiryu Sato at shorts. Then batting fourth, Kotaro Wakui in right field. Batting fifth, Omar Gonzalez at first base. Then it's Jason Green, who's catching today. Batting seventh, Cale Clark in left field. Batting eighth, it's the DH Max Stagg. Then rounding out the order, it's Louis Dion at second base. And, of course, on the mound for the AppleSox, Nico Crowley, as we mentioned. Looking at the AppleSox, leading things off, as always, it is, of course, Jonah Shields in straightaway center field. Batting second, Kai McGarry in right field. Then batting third, Nikko Paoletto in left. Batting fourth, Kainoa Santiago, who's DHing today. Then behind the plate, Jake Overstreet batting fifth. Batting sixth, it's Landon White at first base. Batting seventh, Cooper Brass over at shortstop. Batting eighth, James Casanola at third base. And lastly, it's Matt Torres batting ninth over at second base. On the mound for the Riverhawks, David Sheppard. And on play-by-play for today's game, it is Jackson Dodd.
Thank you, Smith. Appreciate you. And so we interviewed Nico Crowley,
yes.
I believe it was 2 days ago.
Yes.
On Tuesday, right before the game started. And fun fact about Nico, he played hockey for 16 years.
Yeah.
And you know, Smith, you're a big hockey guy.
Yes.
And so he was telling me that he was actually better at hockey, but he enjoyed baseball more.
This is a common theme that you'll see in a lot of these kind of two sport athletes, specifically with the hockey and baseball. Hockey, obviously, a very fun sport, and the people who play hockey love it, and it stays with them forever. But baseball, at the end of the day, is you play during the summer, it's warm out, it's nice, you travel, you go with the team. It is just, baseball has that kind of nostalgic feel to it that you just don't quite get with hockey. Hockey's still a lovely game and really fun, and it teaches you a lot of great lessons, as does baseball. But yeah. I don't blame Crowley for choosing baseball, and I know AppleSox fans don't blame him for choosing baseball. He's playing with the Sox here this summer.
Not at all. Here is Drew Veach leading it off for the Riverhawks. Beautiful day here. Temperatures around 84 degrees. Winds blowing out to center a little bit today as the first pitch is on the way. And this is skied into shallow center field. Jonah Shields works towards left, and he squeezed it for the first out of the inning. What a way to start it right there. One pitch.
I was about to say, you want to talk about efficiency. One pitch, one out, start the game. And Jonah Shields kind of battling the sun out there because, you know, the whole field just kind of getting basked in the sunlight right now. So this is the time of the game where those fly balls are going to just maybe get lost in the sun.
And surprisingly, he has sunglasses on his hat, but he's not wearing them.
Yeah.
It's a little odd there, as here's Matt Van Slyke, the third baseman. Crowley's first offering to him. It's fouled straight back into the netting. The count is 0-1. Again, Crowley enters this game striking out 9 and only walking 1 with a 1.00 ERA in 2 starts. He peers in, gets the sign from Overstreet. And the 0-1. It's a breaking ball just off the plate. Will be called on the outer black. The 0-2 pitch here from Crowley. Excuse me, it was a 1-1 count. That one's taken at the knees. And it's 1-2. A little bit of confusion up here. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The official count confirmed on Matt Van Slyke with 1 out and nobody on. Scoreless here, top of the first. The pitch from Crowley is slapped back foul. The count remains 1-2.
It just adds some mystery to it, you know? It just adds a little, you know, it's the nebulous aspect to it.
Is it a ball? Is it a strike?
You got to guess.
You got to guess.
You know?
It's a great time. Crowley looking for his first strikeout today and 10th on the year. Takes a breath at the belt. The windup and the 1-2 pitch. Hit foul into the screen and into the hands of Sato, who's on deck. Infield back here playing on the edge of the outfield grass. Especially Matt Torres. He always plays really deep over at second base. Crowley. The breath. And the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got him. What a way to start it. And Crowley picks up his 10th strikeout of the year.
That's just impressive. I mean, that slider, that just kind of broke Van Slyke's brain. It had so much movement on it. It looked like Crowley was throwing a frisbee.
Yeah.
And just completely slid to the outside edge. And there's not a lot you can do against that except swing through it.
Shiryu Sato now batting .279 going into this ball game. First offering to him. Line softly into right field. That'll two-hop McGarry in right. And a two-out knock for the Riverhawks.
And with the strikeout there, we mentioned it was on the slider, but Crowley, he did this in his last start. I believe it was against Springfield. He is not afraid to attack opposing teams with fastballs. And that hit right there was on the fastball. He likes to just attack the zone with the heater. And sometimes teams catch on to that and will just kind of poke balls back up the middle.
Yeah, it was very weak contact, too. It's not like he got a great barrel on the ball. It was just enough on it to loft it into right. The first offering here is grounded to second base. Torres gloves it. Throws the first, and that'll be the side. Riverhawks leave one man on after one hit, no errors and no runs. Scoreless. Let's head down to the bottom of the first here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi folks, Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
Welcome back here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, bottom of the first. It's scoreless here. Jackson Dodd Smith Sly, happy to have you. Leading off this bottom of the first will be Jonas Shields, the man who leads the WCL in hits with 24. He's going on quite a tear lately.
Yeah, Jonas Shields, I mean, he has been Mr. Consistent, basically, for this whole season. He's got a 5-game hit streak coming today, a 5-game on base streak as well, and of course, like you just said, leading for hits. He also was leading for stolen bases. He has 6 on the year, so he's very fast. He picks up singles. He just does everything you need out of a leadoff hitter.
David Sheppard on the mound, the lefty. Pearson gets his sign from Green, and the 0-0 offering is a fastball in the other half for strike one. And unfortunately, the AppleSox are going to miss Shields. He's leaving July 4th.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to find somebody to fill that void. One in the leadoff spot and in center field. The lefty kicks and deals. The 0-1 pitch is hit hardly into right field. Moving to his left as Wakui makes the grab on the run. And there's the first out of the side.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of a brutal loss for the AppleSox when you got to say goodbye to Jonas Shields on July 4th, too, so on, Independence Day. Kind of weird timing there, but, beginning of July, and I don't think the Sox are getting right or young until a little bit later in July. So you have that whole month, basically, where you're kind of down a starting center fielder or a starting outfielder, and so you're going to have to kind of tread water in that time.
It makes a match of lineup there, too, to find the right fit. Here's Kai McGarry. First pitch to him. Hit foul and out of play. The count is 0-1. McGarry leads the team in stolen bases with 8. Quite a fast guy, drafted by the Astros in the 20th round out of high school. Decided to stay as playing ball at Arizona State University. Of 0-1 offering. Popped up foul into the stands. I think it will move to no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, so he's a Sun Devil. You know who else is a Sun Devil?
I will be.
Exactly.
Give it, what, 2 months? August 12th.
Shortly.
August 12th.
It'll fly by, man.
It will. No balls and 2 strikes to count with 1 out. Nobody on here. AppleSox looking for a base runner. Sheppard looks in, kicks and deals the pitch. Swing and a miss. Sheppard sent down swinging. And here's Nikko Paoletto.
Now batting, the left fielder, Nikko Paoletto.
Pretty similar outings so far for each starter. For the Riverhawks and the AppleSox, both a fly out on their first batter, and then getting a strikeout swinging in the second. But if it sticks to the pattern, we'll get a single here by Nikko Paoletto. First offering to him was swung on and missed. Breaking ball for strike 1.
And going back to McGarry going to ASU, is it going to be kind of interesting for you when you guys call baseball games there, and you've called him for the Sox, and then you'll be calling him for
I'm really
ASU?
looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I kind of have that connection already. Bit of rapport. The 0-1. Taking it in the dirt. Ball 1. And, hopefully I can use that a little bit of an in, too.
Exactly.
It's like, hey, I know this guy. You guys want me to do an interview with him? Like, I can do that for you.
Yeah.
So excited to see if we can get down there and in AZ in August. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Sheppard. Long pause here on the mound. And the 1-1. Off the plate for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to count.
One thing that's kind of impressive about Paoletto, I mean, he's got a 2-game hit streak, which doesn't seem that impressive, but he has a 16-game on-base streak.
Wow.
Which means he's reached base in every single game this year.
2-1 pitch from Sheppard. Hit hardly through the 6-hole. That'll be a base hit. And once again, we stick to the pattern.
The scriptwriters, man, they know what's going on.
And the AppleSox looking for a series sweep tonight here in Game 3.
The designated hitter.
It's a Game 2 yesterday of 5-4 in walk-off fashion. Also, Game 1, AppleSox won 5-4 as well. Something about that 5-4 AppleSox win.
Yeah. Man, the scriptwriters having some fun with it.
Matt Therese will talk all about that. I know Santiago now the DH. First offering. Breaking ball in the outer black for strike 1. And Santiago, WCL Player of the Week, clearly been showing it lately.
Oh, yeah.
He's got Paoletto over at first. And Paoletto, pretty big, muscular guy, but he's just as fast as well. The 0-1. The fastball at the knees for strike 2. And Kainoa has the second best average on the team, 400. Leads the team in homers with 3.
Yep.
Leads the team in RBIs with 15, but also leads the team in walks.
Yes.
With 15. And that just goes down to his approach. The 0-2 pitch from Sheppard. Taken strike 3. Santiago sent down looking. And that will be the side the AppleSox leave 1 man on after 1 hit, no errors, and no runs. Scoreless as we head to the top of the second here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hear that? That's the plumpest, juiciest hot dogs you've ever seen getting their grill on. But we both know what'll make it sound even better. Oh yeah, it's a Pepsi to go with your hot dog. Because when you're chomping on America's favorite meal, relish, mustard, and onions perfectly blending into a crescendo of flavor, there's only one thing that makes everything about that moment better. A cold, refreshing Pepsi. See what I mean? It's like music to my ears. Hot dogs. Better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Jeff is back from the Country Inn Family Restaurant. You have prime rib on Friday and Saturday.
Always Friday and Saturday. He's tired of barbecuing. Come on out and let me do the cooking. We got slow roasted prime rib served up Friday and Saturday night. I start serving it around 3:30, 4 o'clock until we run out.
And remember, if you're hungry like me, early in the morning, guess who's open up for breakfast 7 days a week?
Down here at the Country Inn.
Off Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, the Country Inn Family Restaurant. How long have you been in business?
Going on over 40 years, since 1975.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey, Dave, you take care.
Chad and Amanda with Holidays Custom Muffler wish the AppleSox the best on the field this season. If you're in need of muffler work, visit Holidays Custom Muffler. They work on all cars, trucks, motorhomes, and more. Holidays provides free estimates, affordable solutions, and they guarantee their work. For an appointment, call 509-888-0128 or stop in at 400 South Columbia Street in Wenatchee.
Style, find it all at Armstrong Ford.
Top of the second here, leading off for the Edmonton Riverhawks is Omar Gonzalez, and it's Jason Green and Cale Clark. Gonzalez and Green both picking up home runs, and they're only home runs on the season in this series.
Yeah, Green's last night was, game one, 398 feet, like we said.
Wow.
I think, it's hard. I think it's hard to hit a ball that far with a metal bat. You do it with a wood bat. So he got a good pitch to hit, crushed it, and both him, Green, and Gonzalez have a lot of power, but from opposite sides of the plate. Gonzalez is a righty batter, and Green is a lefty batter. So you got a dangerous right-handed batter and a dangerous left-handed batter. So no matter what pitcher you have on the mound, they're going to find a way to kind of make you pay.
Yeah, and Green's swinging a bomb bat, which is in a way similar to a metal bat. We'll talk about it here after this first pitch from Nico Crowley to Omar Gonzalez. The kick in the fire. This pitch is taken for a strike. Bomb bat, I don't know the exact science, but it's a wood bat on the exterior.
Yep.
And then it's like a reinforced metal lining or something like that in the inner barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, it kind of acts like a metal bat. Bit of disguise there. The 0-1. Taken high. Can't lose to 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, bomb bats are basically just a metal bat cosplaying as a wood bat.
Yeah.
In a sense, it's like. And I remember, playing summer baseball growing up. You would play wood bat tournaments, and you would always have one guy who had a bomb bat, and he was the most popular guy during those tournaments.
1-1 from Crowley is yanked hard outside. Can't lose to 2-1, and honestly, it acts just like a metal bat.
Yeah.
They obviously still break. It's still got the characteristics of a wood, but it's definitely like if you could do a ranking, it'd be wood bat, bomb bat, and then your normal straightaway metal bat. 2 ball and 1 strikes the count here on Gonzalez. The pitch from Crowley, just off the plate, and it's 3-1.
What kind of bat did you swing in your playing days? What brand?
I think I'm a Marucci Cat 9.
Oh, you're a Cat guy, as am I. Cat X for me.
Dude, I wanted a Cat X, but the Cat 9 was on sale. The 3-1. Swinging a ball hit the other way through the 4-hole. That'll roll into the glove of McGarry, and a leadoff knock for Gonzalez.
He's a guy who hits for a lot of power. That was just like a jam shot the opposite way that just, splits Torres and White on the right side, and like you said, just dribbles right to McGarry. So he can get it done, right? You don't care how. They don't ask how. They ask how many. So
it just kind of drifted.
Yeah.
Out there. It wasn't really in a hurry out to the outfield. But goes down as a line drive, a hard hit line drive in the book.
Exactly.
Jason Green now, man on first. First pitch to the lefty is lined over the glove of Torres, moving in his shields at the center to glove it, and runners move up 90 feet.
And that one was a little bit more stung off the bat, not quite crushed, but we kind of saw that one kind of drifting over the head of Torres at second base, and Torres, a smaller guy. I think he's only about 5'7", and so he tried to get up there and tried to pick the apple off the tree, and just couldn't quite get it.
Yeah, it's kind of just moved up in exit velocity by 8 there.
Yeah.
As here's Cale Clark batting .333. Runners at first and second, no outs. Crowley looks back at second and fires the first offering. A bunt shown, but it's put down into the kitchen of Jake Overstreet. And the count moved 0-1.
I mentioned there Clark batting .333 on the dot. And so what that means, for new baseball fans, when we're talking about average, right? If your batting average is .333, that means that you're getting the hits every third at bat, basically, on the dots. You look at all the numbers, you are, a third of your at bats, you're getting a hit.
Incredibly impressive. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch from Crowley, bunt shown, put down into the glove of Crowley. He throws the first leisurely, and there gets the first out at the side. Runners move up to second and third now, both in scoring position here for Max Stagg.
And Crowley on that one, picked the ball, shortened up to first like he's supposed to, but then he tossed it overhand, almost kind of catapulted it to the back, which is actually kind of not what you're supposed to do. You kind of want to underhand toss it. I remember as a pitcher, if I ever had a ball come back to me, I always underhand shoveled it because I was always scared I was going to get the yips and just chuck it into right field.
Max Stagg takes a breath, and the first offering. Inside, ball 1, and it's funny you mentioned the yips. You know, there's a guy on my high school team who was starting shortstop, best guy out there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it was the end of sophomore year, beginning junior year. He couldn't make the throw from short to first. So they moved it over to second base. And he was great at second.
Yeah.
But kind of left a hole over at short. 1-0 from Crowley. It's a breaking ball that he just loses grip of. And it lands over the head of Stagg. The count's 2-0.
I grew up playing with a guy who, you know, his arm was usually pretty healthy, but there was this one summer where his arm was just a noodle. He just kind of blew it out a little bit. And our coach just kept putting him at third. And I felt bad because I was a first baseman. So every ball hit to him, I would have to pick because they just couldn't get it to me.
2-0 from Crowley. Is lined very weakly into center. Jonas Shields can't glove it. It'll bounce in front of him. 1 run will score. And Edmonton takes an early 1-0 lead.
And can we get an Oscar real quick to Cooper Brass out there at short? He was basically pretending that ball was going to just drop right into his glove there at short. And the reason why is he was trying to keep Jason Green at the bag, thinking, hey, I'm going to catch this and you have to get back to second base. But, you know, Green, very smart, good baseball IQ, realizes, yeah, no, that's dropping into the outfield, and was able to take third there. So now a 1-0 lead here for Edmonton.
Louis Dion, 9-hole spot now. Runners at first and third with 1 out. First offering. Taken outside for ball 1. Crowley only given up 1 run this season coming into this ball game. Picked up his second after the RBI single by Stagg. The 1-0 on the way. Swung on and missed. Stagg over at first tried to deke out Overstreet, but taking a few steps towards second base as if he was trying to steal. And Overstreet almost did a back pick, but it wasn't enough as Stagg went back. Told him, I'm just fooling you. 1-1 the count. Crowley fires. His pitch is lofted into left field. Paoletto moves back at the warning track, makes the grab. The run will tag. Paoletto will decide to throw all the way to second. Oh, close play there. Stagg able to get in there safely. The run will score. It's 2-0 Edmonton.
Now batting, center fielder.
And you talk about Stagg over there at second base. The kind of interesting thing about him, the thing that jumps off the page immediately, is the hometown. He's out of Adelaide, Australia. So he's from the, place down under.
Down under, yeah.
Yeah, and, Australia actually has a pretty good track record of producing good baseball players, and in large part because of one of the main sports they play down there, cricket.
Top of the order now, Drew Veach. Crowley. 2 outs. Pitch on the way. It's hit high into shallow left field. Cooper Brass waves his hands, calls everybody off. And there's the third and final out. But Edmonton picks up 2 runs off of 3 hits. They leave 2 men on base. No errors. And again, 2 runs. 2-0 Edmonton as we head down to the bottom of the second here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Come celebrate Independence Day at the 12 Tribes Cultural Casinos with our Independence Day hot seats. From noon to 4 p.m. July 4th, every hot seat player will have a chance to win up to $1,000. Play your favorite game for your chance to hear your name called for a hot seat and be one of 15 guaranteed winners walking away with $1,000. Don't miss the Independence Day hot seats July 4th at all 12 Tribes Caulfield Casino locations. Cooley Dam, Lakeshore, and Omac. 12 Tribes Caulfield Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Gambling problem? Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-522-4700.
I have come to the conclusion that one useless man is called a disgrace, that 2 are called a law firm, and that 3 or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, let's go, Sox. Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
At Banner Bank, we're excited to cheer on the Wenatchee AppleSox at home and away games. Banner Bank, member FDIC. We're huge fans of local sports in the community and proud to support AppleSox baseball. We hope to see you at the ballpark. Banner Bank, member FDIC. Leading off the AppleSox, it's going to be Jake Overstreet, the catcher for the Sox today. The Sox have 4 reliable catchers. It's Overstreet, Nate Woodside, Kanoa Morisaki, and then also Joseph Coupland. And Coupland is second in the WCL on average, batting .417. First offering to Overstreet is high and away for ball 1.
And when you have this many catchers on your roster, you get a good mix of them, in all these series. And for Coupland, the reason why he's got one of the best averages is because he shows up when he plays.
Mm-hmm. The 1-0. Hit hard into center field. Moving in is Veach, called off by Clark in left field, and will make the grab for the first out.
So yeah, Coupland's just been the most consistent, but that doesn't mean that Overstreet's still showing some flashes of the power, as he did in Weatherford, playing there at Weatherford Junior College in Texas. Woodside hasn't gotten very many chances yet. Did get some action yesterday, came in late in that game, and then Kanoa Morisaki, 2 home runs in Nanaimo. He just has some real talent.
Here's Landon White. Takes a strike. It's Mr. Clutch himself. Delivered with the RBI double in yesterday's ball game to give the AppleSox their 6th straight series win. He's crowding the plate here in the back of the box as well. And the 0-1 from Sheppard. Swung on and a miss. Breaking ball got him. Sheppard looking for his 3rd strikeout today. Struck out McGarry and Santiago in the first. 1 out, and the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a weak chopper into glove of Sheppard. Very leisurely throw. He lofted over to first base. Gonzalez had to jump up to squeeze it. It's just in time, though, to retire White.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Yeah, again, this is why, as a pitcher on a PFP like that, if you don't have to, do not throw it overhand, because you just that should be a very easy toss, but for some reason you rainbow throw it, and then Gonzalez has to turn into Mario there and just jump up and then land back down the bag.
Reminded me like a basketball skyhook shot.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Cooper Brass now, first pitch. Hit into foul territory on the right field line and into Edmonton's bullpen. Counts 0-1.
Was that Kareem who was famous for the skyhook?
I want to say it's Kareem.
Yes, I believe so.
Well, I'm a big LeBron kind of guy.
Yeah. Ryan's nodding to our left, so that means it must be true.
No balls, 1 strike. 2 outs here, nobody on. Edmonton leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the 2nd. The pitch taken for strike 2.
Yeah, we got Ryan, our official scorekeeper, up here in the booth. Avery, our PA announcer, and then Rory, just kind of running everything.
Keeps us in line.
I know, yeah.
Searching for his 3rd strikeout. Sheppard fires the 0-2. Swing and a ground ball hit towards 3rd. And Slike squeezes it, throws to 1st. And the Sox go up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. Edmonton leads 2-0 as we head to the top of the 3rd here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
American Shoe Shop has never been your typical shoe store. Our history began with shoe repair in 1920. That tradition has given us the knowledge to serve your footwear needs like nowhere else. American Shoe Shop strives to bring you the best in everything from casual comfort footwear, finest of hunting boots, with brands like Blundstone, SAS, Birkenstock, Kenetrek, Crispy, Keen, and so many more, as well as surprises like Axes from Grants Force Bruck and Optics from Knox, all only at American Shoe Shop, downtown Wenatchee.
Whitley Fuel Pacific Pride is proud to let you know they provide non-ethanol premium for the sensitive engine at these sites: Grand Coulee, Brewster, Okanagan, Omak, and now Twisp. Whitley Fuel also has top-tier Power Pro gasoline and premium diesel 24 hours a day and bulk DEF at the pump at the Okanagan site. With thousands of Pacific Pride sites through the country, Whitley makes it easy and convenient whether you operate one car or a fleet. Call Whitley Fuel today for your Pacific Prided card. 1-800-955-3835.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Edmonton leads 2-0 on top of the third. Let's pause for station identification. Listening to AppleSox baseball on the Wenatchee AppleSox radio network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twist, the greatest hits of all time.
Yeah, Edmonton leads here 2-0 top of the third. For play-by-play, here's Smith Sly.
Thank you, Jackson. It's going to be Matt Van Slyke leading it off for Edmonton. Then Shiryu Sato and Kotaro Wakui, your 3 guaranteed Riverhawks here in the top half of the third inning. Crowley's still on the mound for the AppleSox as Van Slyke's taking his time to get into the box, and Crowley is ready to go. Has his hands set from the logo on his jersey. Deep breath, steps back, and the first pitch to Van Slyke. Just low and away for a ball.
Riverhawks already batted through their order. AppleSox have not yet achieved that feat.
We were mentioning in the pregame that when these Riverhawks have batted around, they start to piece things together. And here's the 1-0 to Van Slyke, and he'll just cut this foul over the first base bleachers to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Van Slyke comes into today with a 3-game hit streak. He's wanting to make that 4. Strikeout swinging back in the first, so off to a poor start. And he can turn around right here as Crowley kicks and delivers the 1-1. And he will send this to right field, tailing, twisting towards the line, and foul by about a foot as McGarry tracks it down. So 1-2 goes the count.
That looked real good off the bat, but it just kept on tailing as it was on its descent towards the earth.
And you can't blame the wind for that one, in large part because it's blowing kind of towards left field, to be honest with you. The American flag out there in center field, hanging pretty limply at the moment and just barely just kind of teetering to the left a little bit, but not like it was in the past few games where it has been just in full force pointing straight at right field. So the wind really dying down today. As Van Slyke's back in the box, Crowley looking to put him away to start the third. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Crowley. Low and away to even it, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mentioned Crowley played hockey for a large part of his life. And he takes a breath, 2-2 count on Van Slyke. Here is the pitch. Swung on and missed. Wow, fooled him badly. And he gets a swinging strikeout to start this third inning.
And that was Crowley's first strikeout today. That was also on Van Slyke. So Van Slyke, not the day he wanted.
You know, sometimes pitcher just has a certain batter's number, and early on it's looking like it's Van Slyke. Wow, Shiryu Sato, who's 1 for 1 so far today, got a single back in the first and was stranded there, never got past first base. Crowley gets his sign, steps back, and delivers. That's a slider that Sato spits on for ball 1. But yeah, Crowley played hockey for a lot of his life, and of course hockey fans, recently the Carolina Hurricanes just won the Stanley Cup. It was the 1-0 pitch. Well inside, really brushed them back. That's going to be ball 2. And for the first time in a long time, been a long time since Carolina has won the Stanley Cup. Their head coach played with them when they last won the Stanley Cup and now has won one as the bench boss. As here's the 2-0 pitch. Just high and away to make it a 3-ball, no strike count, and Crowley just really behind here on Sato. Crowley nods, takes a breath. Here's the 3-0 pitch to Sato. Well low and well inside. 4-pitch walk given up to the sophomore from Japan, and now there's a 1-out base runner on for Edmonton.
His second walk issued this whole entire season.
Yeah, his strikeout to walk ratio was impressive. 9 strikeouts to 1 walk coming into today's game. Now it's 11 strikeouts to 2 walks. As they'll bring up Kotaro Wakui, another kid from Japan, so a pair of Japanese players on Edmonton batting right after each other in the batting order. As Crowley, his first pitch to Wakui. Long hold and the offering. just too high and too outside. And you saw Overstreet really hold the call there, hold the pitch, just trying to get the frame job and doesn't quite get the call. Now Wakui so far in this series has 4 hits, 2 RBI, so he's been seeing the ball really well. The 1-0 pitch to him drops right down the heart of the plate for a strike, and Wakui watches it go past him.
Just painted it right at the top of the zone there. I like that location as Crowley, fell down early both in Sato's at bat and now Wakui's as well.
And that's 2-0 here in Wenatchee. Edmonton on top half of the 3rd inning. Crowley, 1-1 count to Wakui. The pitch is a fastball that he really lost control of. A breaking ball. It kind of slipped out of his hands, and that's going to be ball 2.
Yeah, second time that's happened today.
Mm-hmm.
It is a hot day out, 84 degrees. Yeah. Maybe he's getting a little sweaty.
I'm sweaty up here. I'm not even playing. Like, I'm in the shade. I'm in the press box, and I'm working up a sweat. Here's a 2-1. Runner takes off, grounded right to Torres at second, and it kicks off the heel of his glove. He scoops it up, throws to first, gets the out there. But Sato does advance into second. A really well-executed hit and run there for Edmonton, and now they have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, even if they didn't put on the hit and run, I don't know if Torres would have had to play at second base, especially after how hard that ball was hit, and kind of just ate him up there initially. He had to really chest it up, got the heel of his glove on it, but a great job of recovering that and still managed to get it out of that situation.
And this is a little bit of deja vu here for Wenatchee. You got Omar Gonzalez coming to the plate with a runner on second base and 2 outs in the 3rd inning. And last time this happened, game 1, Gonzalez traded places with that man out there at second. As Crowley checks over at the bag, and here's the pitch. And that's a slider that he misses low and away with for ball 1. And Crowley, he's got one of the best personalities on this AppleSox team. He's an incredibly funny guy when you kind of sit down and talk to him. And I got to imagine part of that is the hockey part of him.
Yeah.
The hockey players are very funny guys when you get to know them. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Gonzalez. And he will smack this to the right field line, and it's just foul by a few feet. Gonzalez a little frustrated. That one touchdown on the right side of the line. He's going to have to trot back into the box.
That's 2 times the Riverhawks had 2 potential doubles that were just thwarted by going just a couple of feet foul on the right field line there.
Good use of thwarted. 1-1 count. 2 outs here in the 3rd. Runner on second. That's Sato for the Riverhawks. It's 2-0. Edmonton leading in Game 3 of this series. Game 4, actually, pardon me. Day 3. Getting all turned around. The doubleheader yesterday. Real wrench in the system. Here's the 1-1. And he rips this down the left field line, but foul. So he sliced that one to the right field line and hooks this one to the left field line. So needs to zero in and hit something between the white lines.
He's leveling it out now.
Yeah.
He found his timing on Crowley, and I think Crowley knows it as well. He's going to have to be a bit crafty here with this 1-2 pitch.
Now you've heard of the crafty lefty. Get ready for the crafty Crowley.
Ooh, nice.
1-2 count on Gonzalez. Crowley trying to get out of the inning. The pitch. That's outside. Good take by Gonzalez to spit on the slider at 80 miles an hour. So it's going to even it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. And Gonzalez gets a good pitch to hit here. He can hit it to the long part of the yard. You've seen that this entire series. 6-game hit streak coming into today. And he's already extended that to 7 with that single back in the seconds. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed. The changeup fools him to end the inning. Crowley, what a way to get off the hook. The Riverhawks get no runs on no hits, no errors, and leave one man stranded out at second base. Your score is still 2-0 here in Wenatchee. Due up for the AppleSox. It's going to be James Casanola, then Matt Torres, and Jonah Shields. So stick around to see what they'll do here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on your scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent.
This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC.
Buddy's Home Furnishings has furniture, home electronics, appliances, and computers to suit any home. Whether you're looking for sleek and modern or classic and cozy, Buddy's has furniture for every room that we know you'll love. With our flexible payment options and free delivery and setup, you'll be glad that you went with Buddy. And that's James Casanola leading off for the AppleSox here. Bottom half of the third inning, still 2-0 Edmonton leading. They tallied 2 runs back in the seconds. And then Crowley able to hang up a 0 in that top half of the third. As the first pitch from Sheppard is well outside. Easy take for Casanola for ball 1. And Sheppard, apparently, allegedly, his favorite food is chicken Alfredo. And here's the 1-0 pitch. And Casanola really swings and misses through that one. Can't catch up to the heater. And it's a 1-1 count. Now, chicken Alfredo, one of my roommates that I live with, one of them, every restaurant we go to, it can be from Chili's to the best restaurant you've ever seen, he will always get the chicken Alfredo. The 1-1 pitch just misses inside by a little bit. That's now a 2-1 count. And Green kind of looking back to talk to Jacob Fisher. He's got balls and strikes tonight, and kind of asking where that pitch missed.
I'm more of a rigatoni kind of guy.
Rigatoni?
Rigatoni.
I like rigatoni. Here's the 2-1. And Casanola's going to foul this off. Personally, I'm a big spaghetti carbonara guy. You know, my dad has a real good carbonara recipe. So, you know, it's just something about pasta in general. Just a good food. Good way to carb.
That sounds really good right now.
I know. Sorry, I'm making you hungry. I apologize, Jackson. Here's 2-2. And Casanola's going to chop this foul right to the AppleSox dugout. Ooh, duck for cover. It got past Torres on deck, and then looks like it almost got a piece of Joe Coupland, who's just kind of chilling there on one of the chairs right outside the dugouts. The count's going to stay at 2-2. Sheppard looking for strikeout number 3 on the Knights, and his offering is just high, just outside. He's going to fill it up 3-2.
And Casanola, only 7 at-bats so far with the AppleSox, gone 1 for 7. Looking to get something rolling here for his season.
Sheppard, the left-hander, comes sets, lifts, and delivers. And Casanola hits this hard to the shortstop Sato, but he's got it, and a nice, easy throw to get the out to start things off here in the third.
Hit that ball really hard there. Just 2-hopped Sato over at shortstop, but unfortunately hit it right at him. That's, up the middle to the 6 hole. Guaranteed base hit.
Well, now here comes up the man who was 0 for 2 last night on his predictions of how Game 2 was going to end. And the first pitch from Sheppard, here it is. And Torres kind of gets us on the end of the bat, flares it to high right field, dropping, and it gets past Wakui. He dives for the ball, and it gets behind him. Torres is going to scamper into second base. Wow! The AppleSox, runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the blink of an eye.
His first extra base hit of the year, and his 6th overall.
And, I was going to bring it up before he went for the first pitch, but Torres was hitless in his last 5 games, and has finally broken that streak.
There we go.
It just takes one,
Yes.
to break the dam. And now it's Jonas Shields climbing up to the plate. 5-game hit streak, 5-game on base streak as well. Lined out to right field, kind of sharply to Wakui back in the first to lead off the ball game. He's got Torres at second base. And here's the first pitch from Sheppard. He squares the bunt, can't get it down. It goes right to the glove of Green, and it's going to be strike one. You know, Sheppard, left-hander on the mound here for Edmonton, very highly coveted out of high school. Was recruited by Grand Canyon, Texas A&M Corpus Christi, San Jose State, Long Beach State, Northwestern, Chandler Gilbert Community College, Golden West Community College, and South Mountain Community College. It's the next offering to Shields, misses upstairs for a ball.
Wow, that's a lot right there. I mean, Northwestern, too.
I know.
Good program.
Great. There's a lot of great programs here. Good D1 schools. And you end up going to Utah Tech. No shade to Utah Tech. Great baseball program. So, you know, picked one out of the bunch. And it's the 1-1 pitch, missed downstairs this time. That's now a 2-ball, 1-strike count here at Shields. And so, yeah, David Sheppard, a southpaw. And you'll hear in baseball, we'll call left-handers southpaws a lot. Just another synonym for them. It's a 2-1 count here at Shields. Sheppard, long hold, takes a breath, looks to second, and the pitch. Shields will just slap this foul down the right field line. That one kind of came in his kitchen. He just has to defensively swat it away.
Yeah, fought off the hands there. Just trying to stay alive.
And so, Jackson, do you know where the term southpaw comes from?
I do. It is from boxing. It's from boxing. You know, Rocky, a famous southpaw.
Exactly. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the bottom half of the third inning. Still 2-0 Edmonton on top. Sheppard with 2 strikes on Shields. He wants to pick up strikeout number 3 if he can. Here's the offering. Slider, strike 3, got him looking, and Shields is very disgruntled by that.
Man, a good pitch, and one you can't take on 2 strikes. Just hit the outer black up the plate, slipped across the whole entire zone. If you're Shields, you just got to shorten up your swing and try and bat that foul. You don't got to get a great handle on it, but you at least got to put a cut on it.
And we've heard one of the fans here at the ballpark for the past 2 days. Don't know who it is, mystery man, but we picked him up on our hot mics up here as the first pitch to McGarry. He will just get this on the end of the bat and foul to the Edmonton dugout. But he's been saying it, and I agree with them. You can't leave it up to the umpire, right? Especially on a 2-strike count like that. You can't let them make the call for you. You have to, anything close, you got to either foul it away or put it in play and do something with it. Otherwise, you'll go down looking just like Shields did just there. There's now an 0-1 count on McGarry. The next offering, that's well outside. Green kind of juts the arm out to catch it, and he evens up the count. But yeah, you talk about southpaws, you know, that term coming from boxing. And it goes back a long time to like the mid to late 1800s when that term started to popularize as the 1-1 pitch. And Gary cuts through it. A good breaking ball, 82 miles an hour to kind of slow him down. Now it's 1-2 the count here with 2 outs. And it does come from boxing as well, but there are some examples of people who would get into fights and they would get knocked out by like a left hand, and the writers would say with the southpaw. And I'm not sure exactly where that comes from. It's the 1-2 slider. Got him looking again. Wow. The Sox have been perplexed by Sheppard's slider. That's the 4th strikeout of the night for him, and it allows him to hang a 0 here in the third. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left out on the base pass. That's Matt Therese, who had that double with 1 out here in the frame. Still 2-0 the score here in favor of Edmonton. We're going to step aside and be back on for the top half of the 4th inning here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Discover what Premier Senior Living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
The Taffy Shop in Leavenworth wished the AppleSox the best on the field this season. Locally owned since 1987, the Taffy Shop has more than 100 flavors of wonderful tasting taffy. Watch the unique taffy puller demonstration as you pick out that special flavor. The Taffy Shop has nostalgic metal signs and posters, candies from the 40s and 50s, and many collectible tins. Circle the bases with a trip to the Taffy Shop in the Mottler Building at 900 Front Street in Leavenworth.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
At Valley Tractor and Rentals, they promise to deliver best-in-class customer service before, during, and after the sale. And their people make sure that promise is kept. And Crowley's first pitch to Green is a fastball that he can't get into the zone. That's going to start it out with a ball here to Green.
Green's second run of this ball game after a sac fly from Louis Dion scored him.
Now the 1-0 offering from Crowley. Again, this is on the outside. Never mind, that's strike one. And it looked like it was going to be a ball on the outside edge, and the plate umpire, Jacob Fisher, pulls a fast one on me. That's a strike. So it's going to even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Jason Green had that home run yesterday in Game 1 of the doubleheader. We've been saying, 398 feet to right field. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Crowley. And that's a changeup that falls too far off the table, and Green, a good eye to watch it tumble away for a ball. And that home run was actually Green's first of the year. So 1 home run now on his stat sheets. As a 2-1 pitch, Crowley winds and deals. And that's well outside for ball 3. Now Jason Green, a junior out of Georgetown, Ontario. Played the past 3 years with Niagara University. He's returned to Edmonton, played with them last summer, and is now back with them here in 2026. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch from Crowley. On the outside edge, painted for strike 2, and Green really trying to sell that was ball 4. He was about halfway down the first baseline, and now has to fishhook his way back into that lefty's batter's box. And that goes back to, I think I was saying this yesterday, if you can really, you're a good actor, you can steal a lot of calls. As Crowley delivers the payoff pitch. And Green hits this high and deep to right field, but a mile into foul territory, so that is a very long, very loud strike.
Man, he did it again, but just a hair early.
And the wind not necessarily helping him out here, like we mentioned. It's blown out to left field now today. And a complete reversal. As the payoff pitch yet again from Crowley. Here it is. And he just gets a piece of this to cut it back to the backstop. That's a little spoil swing there from Green.
Yeah, 84 degrees today, Smith. Wow.
It's hot.
That is hot. I'm sweating buckets here.
Yeah, we got a hard job up here, man. We sit down the whole game and talk. We're definitely going to be sweating profusely. Another payoff pitch from Crowley. And that is just ripped down the right field line, but foul by a very good margin. So Green just really refusing to go down without a fight. And Green just fighting tooth and nail in this at-bats. Driving up the pitch count on Crowley, trying to chase him out of this game if the Riverhawks can. Another payoff offering. And that is well outside. Breaking ball that really slipped down the fingertips, and that's going to put Jason Green on board with a leadoff walk.
Another walk today for Crowley. That's 2 on the day. He only entered giving 1 walk in his 2 starts before this. So a little surprising from him.
And he's tripled his total on the season. As now he's got Cale Clark, junior out of Marionville, Missouri. Currently playing at Alabama State. As Crowley checks in on Green at first, and here's the first pitch to Clark. That's a fastball that's ripped to the right side, and it'll get into right field for a base hit.
Edmonton has not picked up a single extra base hit today, but they're stringing their hits along and their at-bats together. I mean, they're picking up those walks and then those singles moving along in a scoring position, and that's how they've taken this early lead so far.
And it's been 5 singles, an RBI single from Max Stagg back in the second, then a sac fly from Louis Dion in the second as well, right after him. That's how the 2 runs came across to score in that second frame. So 2-0 your score here in Wenatchee. Game 4 of this 3-day series. Sox and the Riverhawks played a doubleheader yesterday. Both those games only 7 innings apiece, as Overstreet's going to trot out to the mound and talk to Crowley. He's in a tough spot here, in a real pinch. 2 runners on. You got Green at second, Clark at first, with no outs here in just the 4th inning. Pretty, we're getting to the midway part of this game.
Yeah.
Now Overstreet comes back behind the plate. This game really moving along fast.
Yeah, and it's nice. I mean, the AppleSox telling me, especially Jacob Gabler, very sore after the past 2 days.
Yep.
So he came in relief in Game 1, and then also Game 1 of
doubleheader
yesterday.
Yeah.
So just a Game 1 type of guy. Loves it.
And here's the first pitch to Max Stagg. Crowley, long hold. Here's the offering. That's a slider that dances onto the edge for a strike. I mentioned it before, Stagg out of Australia. He's returning to Edmonton. Played with them last summer and is back with them here in 2026. Now, I was mentioning it before that Australia, known for producing a lot of great ball players because they play cricket a lot in Australia. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Stagg. Another slider. This time he gets a piece of it and fouls it right back to the netting, so the fans right behind home plate kind of flinch with that ball coming right back towards them. Jackson, have you ever played cricket before?
No, I've always wanted to try. I have like a cricket bat for like when I go to the beach.
Yes.
And then obviously it's like a plastic one, so it's nothing nice, but
yeah,
it's awfully fun to swing.
0-2 count. Crowley trying to sit down Stagg. And he'll just foul that fastball right back to the netting to stay alive. Still 0-2 the count. Yeah, well, I'll say this. People say that baseball is like the longest game ever. It just keeps going on and on. Yeah, cricket blows it out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
I've played cricket, and I remember like showing up and I was like, oh, I play baseball. I knew some guys who played cricket, and they were my buddies. I want to go out and play. And I remember like after my first like at-bats, I put that in air quotes, I asked them like, when do I get to bat next? And they're like, oh, in like an hour and a half. And I was like,
wow.
You are joking. And here's the 0-2 yet again. And Stagg, again, fouls this off, this time straight over our heads here in the press box and into the ether behind us.
I think I remember, like, in, like, Europe, like, when they go and watch that, it's like an all-day thing.
Yeah.
It's like they go, like, all dressed up and fancy.
Yep.
It kind of, like, reminds me of, like, the Kentucky Derby with how they dress up for that. And then it's a whole entire day of just watching the game, just set for that.
So still an 0-2 count on Stagg. He's battled back the past few pitches, trying to put together a quality at-bat, or a quab as we call it, the 0-2 pitch, and he'll again foul this straight back over our heads and into the area behind us. We don't know what's behind the press box. It's a mystery ether there.
A quab?
A quab, quality at-bats, QAB.
Is that what it goes down in the book?
Well, you see, a quality at-bat, a quab, is nebulous, right? Like, Ryan's giving me some looks right here. Like, that's not something you put in, like, the official scoring reports. It's more of, like, a coach's decision thing. As here's another 0-2 pitch from Crowley on the way. Here it is. And Stagg's going to lift this high and shallow to center field. Shields drifts in, plants his feet, makes the catch, and all the runners have to hold. So now it's the first out here in the inning. But yeah, I remember, growing up playing baseball, I had a few coaches that introduced me to the term quab, quality at bats, and it's nebulous, right? Like, technically speaking, you could consider that a quab, because yes, he gets out and doesn't move the runners up, but you were able to battle back a number of different pitches. It's Louis Dion now, batting in the 9-hole, getting his second at bats of this game. Crowley comes set from the stretch, glove right at his chest, right underneath the AppleSox logo. And the first pitch to Dion is on the lower outside edge for a strike. But yeah, a quab can be getting a base hit. It could be a sac fly. It could be a sac bunt. It could be a home run, obviously. It could be what you just saw there from Stack, just something that contributed positively to the game for your team. And so here's the 0-1 pitch. And Dion kind of flinches at it, thought about offering at it, but it was downstairs, and that's ball 1.
Yeah, no shade on the quab. I never heard that term before. I like it.
A foreign word.
And it has a nice ring to it. Quab.
Quab. And you'll sometimes hear teams say, like, you'll yell almost like a chirp. They'll be like, that's a quab for something, even though they just drown it out or something. So 1-1 count on Dion, the pitch from Crowley. And he lines this up the middle, and that's a quab right there. They're going to throw on the stop sign and hold Green at third. But Shields bobbles the ball, so now they'll wave Green home. He scores. It's 3-0 Edmonton.
So Dion reaches obviously off the hit, and then Green reaches on an error there. Unfortunately, errors have not spelled well for the AppleSox in recent history.
Yeah, the blunders have really been kind of coming back to bite them, especially in situations like that. Shields just kind of misplayed that ball coming in on it. It's just served up to shallow center field. He's got to come in, grab it, and they were throwing up the stop sign. They were holding Green at third.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as the third base coach saw Shields, show some weakness and bobble that ball, he just sent him home. Now it's 3-0 Edmonton for Drew Veach now. He's going to bat with 2 runners on. And the first pitch to him is a slider well low and well away for ball 1.
Yeah, Sox have some movement out there in their bullpen. Unable to make it out who it is.
Well, it's a right-hander. I can tell you that. That really narrows it down. It's a 1-0 count on Veach. Crowley checks to second. Looks back. Here's the pitch. Slider, and he drops it in for a strike to even the count. Yeah, like I said, you can tell it's a right-hander down there, so it narrows down your options. What's the game you play where you have to ask the questions to figure out who the character the other person has? Like Guess Who?
I think it's Guess Who.
Guess Who. We're playing a game of Guess Who up here, but with who's in the...
I want to say 21 questions, but that is definitely not it.
No. Here's the 1-1 to Veach. And that's another breaking ball that misses low, and a good spit by Veach to make it 2 balls and 1 strike here in the top half of the 4th inning. It's 3-0 Edmonton leading.
Being informed, it's Tate Swanson.
Tate Swanson.
From Spokane Falls Community College, warming up in the AppleSox bullpen.
So 2-2 count now on Veach. 2-1 count with 1 out, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch from Crowley. Wow, well inside. A little chin music. Gave him a shave, and that's going to be ball 3.
He's Hillis said he looked for his first hit. And if he comes up big here for the Edmonton Riverhawks, they would gladly thank him.
And, Veach had a 5-game hitting streak that was snapped yesterday. So now he's got to rebuild it. Here's the 3-1. That's a slider on the inside edge, strike 2. And Veach already had the Evo shield off, already pinwheeled the bat towards the dugout, and now has to, re-don the equipment, re-don the bats, and step back into the box.
I just love that. It's always the funny thing of baseball to me sometimes is, they're for sure it's ball 4, and they're walking, and they toss all their stuff out. Like, nope, come on back, it's a strike.
And ABS has made that even more funny in the MLB.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these things we're seeing. As it's now a payoff pitch from Crowley. Here it is. And he's going to chop this to the left side. Brass has got it on the back end. Throw to third. Just in time, they got the out. Wow, that was about as bang as it gets. A feet-first slide from Clark, but not in time. And now they're 2 away here in the 4th.
Yeah, really close play there. Clark tried the feet-first slide, but a nice little bit of Brass fired it over to third. Castanol with a great stretch to get his foot on the bag.
Yeah, so Veach is going to reach via a fielder's choice. It's Matt Van Slyke now. He's batting with 2 outs, 2 runners on. That's Dion at second and Veach at first. Still 3-0 Edmonton on top. Pitch to Van Slyke. Fastball painted on the outside edge. 87 miles an hour, the fastball from Crowley. And that fastball not necessarily blowing you away. He was flirting 90 at the very start of his outing. It's the velocity's kind of dipped a little bit as we're getting into the midway part of this game. He's got an 0-1 count on Van Slyke. 2 outs here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. That's a slider that he will ground softly to Torres at second. He gobbles it up and makes the throw to end the inning. But the Riverhawks do get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and leave 2 men left out on the base paths. They extend their lead 3-0 here in Wenatchee as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Let's see how the AppleSox respond here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Ford is now batting for America. Now they're the official automotive partner for Major League, Minor League, and Little League Baseball. On Saturday, June 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Pat Armstrong Ford invites you to a fun meet and greet with the Wenatchee AppleSox. While you mingle with the players and team, Melt Company Gourmet Grilled Cheeses will satisfy your hungries with their cheesy menu of sandwiches and more. See you Saturday, June 20th, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. at Pat Armstrong Ford in East Wenatchee. NCW.News is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.News provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.News and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.News for local news you can trust.
Let's give a big hand to a proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies. Celebrating 25 years of serving our valley, Salcedo does it all, from top-tier HVAC and electrical expertise to major local development. Today, they're proving their philanthropic heart by supporting over 70 local organizations across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties, including our very own Wenatchee AppleSox. Locally grown and deeply committed, Salcedo continues to invest in everything that makes our valley home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
And Crowley gets into a little bit of trouble there in the 4th, but limits damage to only 1 run. As the first pitch to Paoletto, he goes after it, chops it to Van Slyke at 3rd. He gathers himself, throws to 1st, and gets the out to start things here in the 4th.
The designated hitter.
Paoletto right in that high in the 1st where he got the first of this ball game was ambush tactic, why not try it again?
Yes.
And just did not come up fruitful there for him.
And that single he got in the 1st extends his hit streak to 3 games, which doesn't seem all that impressive, but then you realize that extended his on-base streak to 17 games.
Wow.
He has not had a game this year where he's not reached base. Hasn't always been a hit, but he has always been somewhere on the base paths. And here's the first pitch to Kainoa Santiago. He'll watch a slider dance onto that inside edge for a strike.
Yeah, Santiago, WCL Player of the Week. No surprise. I mean, currently right now he's 11th in hits, 10th in RBIs, 4th in homers.
Oh, 1 pitch. Kind of gets jammed on another slider and chops it softly to Gonzalez at 1st. He'll take it himself, stomp on the bag, and quickly 2 outs here in the 4th.
Not that bad he was looking for. Honestly, in this series, too. Well, not game 1, but yesterday and today.
Yeah.
A little bit of a mini slump.
A little bit.
At least in retrospect of what he usually does.
And with that being said, he does have a 10-game on-base streak. But again, not always necessarily hits. A lot of walks. He leads the team for walks, so has a really good approach at the plate. As Overstreet watches the first pitch kind of graze his knees and eject down the glove of green for ball 1. Score here, 3-0. Edmonton on top. The Shadows trying to slowly crawl their way across the field at Paul Thomas, and the 1-0 pitch is a fastball, a slider on the inside corner for strike 1.
Sheppard working with his slider a lot today. That's the main pitch he's working off of today.
Tunnel it with the fastball. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him with that breaking ball. Overstreet out in front on it, and now he's behind in the count 1-2.
Sox don't want to go down in the order again. Went down in order in the 2nd.
Well, Sheppard's 1 strike away from doing that. Here's the pitch. And Overstreet's going to chop this right to the AppleSox dugout. And, man, just barely threads the needle and avoids hitting one of his teammates down there in the dugout. That's one of the things that's kind of dangerous about the dugouts here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. They're open design. So a ball like that can just go right into everyone's stuff. So here's the 1-2 pitch. And that is skipped in front of home plate. Good, easy take for Overstreet to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3-0 Edmonton on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, Overstreet again looking to avoid a 3-up, 3-down for the AppleSox.
Battling to stay alive. Sheppard's 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed on a slider in the dirt. And a bit of a sword swing there from Overstreet, and that is it for the 4th inning. The Sox send the minimum to the plate, so no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Still 3-0. Moving in to the top half of the 5th inning here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Eric's European Auto Repair and Sales is proud to support Wenatchee AppleSox baseball. Eric's is the #1 place for European auto repair anywhere in Central Washington. For service, repair, diagnostics, and more, visit ericseuro.com. That's ERIKSEURO.com to book online or call or text 509-888-7696. Open weekdays 7:30 to 6 with after-hours pickup and drop-off available. Enjoy 50% off rental cars when your vehicle is in the shop.
Foster parents provide the safety, love, and nurturing every child deserves. Many kids are just looking for someone to talk to have fun with, to share their life with. Interested in being a foster parent? Call K Connections at 888-2006. That's 888-2006. K Connections, enhancing the lives of those they serve at 2121 North Wenatchee Avenue.
Getting bored with the white walls in your house? Let Exterior Solutions and Alexandria Moldings brighten up your interior. Available in various sizes, Alexandria Moldings lends to great project ideas. Use them to build up beautiful moldings, design wall and ceiling panels, and practical shelves. They can also revive your staircases to their natural shine. Exterior Solutions can help you find just what you need. Alexandria Moldings at Exterior Solutions, 151st Street Southeast in East Wenatchee.
Well, after 4 innings, Nikko Crowley is officially going to take a seat on the bench, and the AppleSox will bring in Tate Swanson to relieve him here going into the top half of the 5th inning, and taking over for play-by-play, it is Jackson Dodd.
Thank you, Smith. Appreciate you again. Nikko Crowley, 4 innings of work, give up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of which were earned, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Smith, tell us more about Swanson.
Yeah, Swanson, young guy. He's a freshman out of Snoqualmie, Washington, and is currently playing with Spokane Falls Community College. And in this past spring with them, made 11 appearances, all of which were in relief, so mainly relieving role for him. 17 innings worked on the dots. He had 21 strikeouts, only 10 walks, so 21 to 10, the strikeout to walk ratio. And, you know, that's a good way to really judge a pitcher, is are they above water, are their chins above water in terms of that strikeout to walk ratio. And Swanson is in the green there. He's got a good strikeout to walk ratio, and now he's going to be facing off against Shiryu Sato as the first batter he'll face in relief.
Yeah, Sato today has reached both times in the ball game. A single in the first, that was her first hit in the ball game, and then also walked, and the third was the only runner to reach on in that inning. Swanson, glove on the AppleSox lettering. Takes a breath. And here comes the first pitch to Sato. Outside, ball 1. AppleSox down 3-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Edmonton picking up one more run in the last top half of the 4th. The 1-0. Slider on the outer black. And the count's 1-1. AppleSox wearing their red uniforms today with blue lettering and white piping, with white pants as well. The 1-1. Swinging a hard ground ball down the third base line, but it's foul. A young fan tries to run out and glove it, but it'll bounce off his leg and actually end up in fair territory.
Oh, he's running out to pick up that ball. He's got to hurry. Oh, just gets out of there in the nick of time.
Jacob Fisher will call time to ensure that young fan stays safe.
He was speedy, man. He was quick.
He was.
He was the flash.
1-2 the count on Sato. Swanson takes a breath and the pitch on the way inside. Sato has to scoop backwards, and the count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He was far away, but he was wearing the Color Rush jersey for the Seahawks. Was it Metcalf? What number was that? Was that 14 or was it 15?
I honestly saw 3. I don't know. The 2-2 pitch. Deflected back out of play. Smith, I don't even know what number he was wearing.
You see, it's far away. It's way down the line. It's kind of hard to see. It looked like he looked double digits. You know, it's either 15, which would be Torrey Horton, or 14, which could be Metcalf.
It's got to be Metcalf.
Metcalf or Darnold?
Oh, You
see, because that's the thing. I see a lot of people wearing these 14 Seahawks jerseys, and I'm thinking, Metcalf, why are you wearing Metcalf's jersey?
Yeah.
He's in Pittsburgh. And then I realized, I forgot. You're a Super Bowl champion quarterback. Sam Darnold also wears 14.
Yeah, you know, I forgot that Darnold's 14. I'm a Chiefs fan. I don't know if you knew that. Also a Yankees fan, by the way, guys. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Tate Swanson. Hits him. Oh, man. Right on the upper shoulder. And a free pass for Sato.
You know, Jackson, I had so much respect for you, and it's just all gone. It's all gone.
Oh,
man. It's the two fandoms. You could have picked any other teams, but the Chiefs and the Yankees. What's the backstory on that?
Oh, man, it's a great story. Getting some flack here.
Yeah.
But Chiefs fan, you know, my whole mom's side of the family's Chiefs fan, and I was around. Here comes the first pitch from Swanson's upstairs to a Cooey for ball 1, and you know, my whole entire, you know, aunt, uncle, their whole family, they're big Chiefs fans, and I was around, 12 years old, started my first fantasy football team.
Okay.
I got Patrick Mahomes as my QB, and I was just tired of the Seahawks. And so I switched. The 1-0. Taken. The throw down is not in time. A bit of a late throw down by Overstreet. And the count is 2-0.
Tired of the Seahawks. I mean, I don't blame you. There were some pretty bad, years of Seahawks football, but it's why you got to invest, because then they win the Super Bowl this year. You know, it's you stick with the team.
Yeah, runner at second base here with no outs, 2-0. 2-0 the count here. Edmonton leads 3-0. Swanson looks at second. Long pause, and the 2-0 pitch is ripped into right field. Moving back is McGarry. He moves in with the wind. Ronald will tag. The throw down to third is not in time. No tag applied by Castanola. So the Sox record the first out of the side, and Sato will advance to third, 90 feet from home.
To be honest, that was kind of a good throw from McGarry. Quincy Vassar, the pitching coach, is going to walk out to talk to Swanson. Good throw from McGarry, but just obviously a hair off line. That's the thing where you can chuck it as hard as you want, but if you don't get it on line, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'd like to shout out the New America Pack. 250 years ago, the spark was lit and a new America was forged in the flames. The New America Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donaghy Productions' Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning Best Musical 1776. That goes from July 31st to August 15th at the New America Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at newamericapack.org. Also, thank you to People's Bank. People's Bank wants to help you build your dream home. From buying land to building the house, local lenders and local decisions. Welcome home. Welcome to People's Bank. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. So after the mound visit, again, you got runners at third for Omar Gonzalez. He's been very hot lately for the Riverhawks. So this is honestly the man you don't want to come to the plate. And Swanson's going to have to deal with him.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to let you off the hook for the Chiefs. But how are you going to explain away the Yankees?
You should ask my dad about that one. Big fan of Mr. October. Omar Gonzalez, runner at third, and the first offering. Hits him on the back right shoulder. A bit of an odd location to hit a guy. And not what you want to do after a mound visit.
You know, I was saying in the pregame that the AppleSox had the fewest hit by pitches in the league, and they have 2 so far today, and that was 90 miles an hour to the shoulder. I mean, I think I've said this before, like, the fastest pitch I've ever been hit by is like 87, 88 miles an hour, and that was enough for me to come out of the game and be like, yeah, I'm done. I don't want to.
Yeah, fair.
90 miles an hour, man. Brutal.
Runners at the corners with 1 out. Here's Jason Green, 1 for 1 today. A single and a walk. The pitch from Swanson on the way. This is fly out to center. Shields work towards his right. He'll make the grab. Runner will tag. The throw will be cut off by White. And Edmonton now leads 4-0.
There's a sac fly there from Green, and that's just getting a job done right there. Yeah, going back to what I said, quabs, man. Quabs are what winning baseball games. That's a quab right there.
Smith, you and quabs.
Hey, quabs are like the most important thing in baseball, you know?
I just love that term. Now I'm gonna throw that in now.
Yeah.
Man, what a quab.
Got to keep track of the quabs.
So the runner will stay at first base, and Omar Gonzalez. He is not tagged, of course. Here's Cale Clark. Swanson with the long pause. Glove on the AppleSox lettering. The pitch on the way is taken, but it's a strike at the knees. And the count's 0-1.
The AppleSox do have some motion going up on in their bullpen. I believe it might be Tyler Scalaman.
Infield back. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a line drive center field. Shields dives, makes the grab. What a play by Jonas Shields, showing off the wheels. And Edmonton leaves a man on after they pick up one run. No hits and no errors. Edmonton leads 4-0 as we head down into the fifth here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Summer starts with membership at the Rack. Pack your calendar with camp, rack, swim, and tennis lessons, summer swim team, indoor and outdoor pickleball, tennis tournaments, play programs, and so much more. It is so easy and fun for the whole family to stay active and fit all summer long when you join the Rack. Summer classes and camps are filling fast, so don't delay. Call the Rack today. That's Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club, or use the Rack app for program registration. See all the details at rack.org or call 662-3544. The Rack, where we play every day. Come experience the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing at Pybus Public Market, your family-friendly destination for exceptional craft beer, great food, and a welcoming atmosphere. With 20 rotating taps featuring Hellbent craft brews and local ciders, plus a full bar and local wine list, there's something for everyone. Their chef-driven seasonal menu showcases the freshest local ingredients with bold American and Pan-Asian flavors in every dish. Open daily, visit the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing and embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley.
Bottom of the fifth here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Edmonton right now leading 4-0. It's time for the WCL Scoreboard Report presented by Exalt Wellness. Visit exaltwellness.com today and discover holistic, non-invasive care tailored just for you. So, Smith, look around the league. Let's see what we got.
A lot of different games going on here tonight. Starting off, you got Bellingham and Port Angeles, and man, the Bells, proving why they're second place in the North Division. They are blowing out Port Angeles 11-0 in the fourth inning.
Wow.
Then you got Bend playing Yakima Valley, and it's 5-1. Bend on top in the top of the fifth.
Landon White leads it off here in the bottom of the fifth inning. First offering to him is slapped towards the second baseman, gloving it. The basket catches Dion. And the first out's retired after one pitch from Sheppard.
And then you got Marion Berries and Walla Walla playing in Walla Walla, and the Sweets are leading that game 5-1 in the top of the fifth inning. Then Springfield are welcoming the Portland Gherkins to Springfield, and it's 6-0 Gherkins on top in the top of the fifth, so a non-league game there. And then Nanaimo playing against Corvallis, the Knights leading 2-0 in the top of the sixth inning.
Cooper Brass now, first offering to him, taking center cut for strike one, and you want a Bellingham loss today.
Yes.
Don't think we're going to get that. Brass waggles his bat, waves it around, sporting a torpedo bat as well. The pitch from Sheppard, taken high for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
And our last two matchups here on the scoreboard report, the Redmond Dudes are playing against Victoria, and Victoria blew them out 14-7. And then lastly, Ridgefield and Portland playing, and Portland on top 4-0 just in the second inning.
1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, breaking ball in the dirt. The count moves to 1-2.
And you mentioned the torpedo bat there for Cooper Brass. That was a new addition to the baseball world last year, which it was the, do you know which MLB team kind of introduced it?
I want to say the Mariners. I know they used it a lot. The 1-2 pitch is chopped. In on the run is Sato from short. The throw in is in time. What a play. On the second out's down here in the fifth.
I'm disappointing you. It's the team that you were just saying is your team.
Okay, the Mariners are my team, but I am a fan of the Yankees.
Okay.
It's like it goes Mariners 1, Yankees 2, San Francisco Giants 3.
Yeah. And no, it was, I believe it was Bellinger and Jazz Chisholm who kind of were popularizing it.
Mm-hmm. Here's James Casanova, 0 for 1 today with a ground out. First offering to him. It's a breaking ball in there for strike one. He's really liking that breaking ball on the first pitch because he knows the AppleSox always go after the first offering. And that's why they're getting weak contact today, is because their approach isn't working as it used to. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing outside. Same exact pitch, just way off the plate. And it's 0-2.
And we have an update on that kid who was wearing the Seahawks jersey. Just saw him walking up, and I got a good look at the jersey. It was number 16, which can only be
Tyler Lockett?
Exactly.
Got it right. The 0-2. Swinging a ground ball, moving in from third base. Van Slyke, the cross diamond throw. Got him. The Sox go down in order for the second time in a row. 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. And Edmonton will still lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the sixth here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
The Loop Trail Cafe wish the AppleSox the best of success this season. Locally owned, the Loop Trail Cafe has a great menu for breakfast and lunch. Start your morning off with a local famous zombie or breakfast burrito and a cup of coffee or tea. During the hot summer, you'll find ice cream cones. Get a scoop on the Loop. The Loop Trail Cafe, across from the splash pad in the Riverfront Center building at 1 5th Street, Suite 160 in Wenatchee.
When saying goodbye feels overwhelming, Brookside Funeral Home is by your side. The Moeller family and our staff, now serving the Wenatchee Valley with the same award-winning compassion and dedication we have shared for years as an independent, locally owned funeral home. Brookside Funeral Home, helping you honor life and celebrate memories. Brookside Funeral Home, here for you when it matters most. Learn more at brooksidefuneral.com.
When you need prescriptions filled, visit Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy. Locally owned and in business since 1945, Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy is your friendly Health Mart pharmacy ready to serve you. They've made it their goal to meet the special healthcare needs of families throughout North Central Washington. Stop in or use their convenient drive-thru to get all your questions answered and prescriptions filled. Wenatchee Clinic Pharmacy, 509-662-5801 and at 820 North Chelan.
Embark on your next RV adventure at 12 Tribes Lake Chelan Casino. Full hookups, lakeside views, and gaming just steps away. Reserve your perfect spot today at CommonwealthCasinos.com. 12 Tribes Commonwealth Casinos, far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. So a new bump on the mound in relief of Tate Swanson-Smith. Who do we have?
Well, we got one of the Skyleman brothers, Tyler Skyleman, the right-handed pitcher, 6 feet tall, 188 pounds on the dot. He's a sophomore and a Wenatchee native. And he actually played for Wenatchee Valley College here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium for 2 years, 2024, 2025. And I say play in air quotes, didn't play at all, kind of sat out those first 2 years, and then made the move in kind of a weird shock to the world to Georgia Gwinnett to go play this past spring. Made 4 appearances there, all in relief, 3 innings worked, 8 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, so, below water on that strikeout to walk ratio, and a 27 ERA. And, it's always comical when you see guys like, they had a 27 ERA at this thing, and it's like, well, they only got 4 games of work.
Yeah, and only 3 innings of work.
Exactly. Like, that's the way ERA works. It's same thing with batting average. Like, a guy will have, like, 1 good day, and that's all he had, and he has a 500 batting average to, end the year. So it's just a teeny bit inflated.
Yeah, I could speak to that. I played 2 games for my JV team before breaking my arm, and I went 1 for 2. Ended the season 500. Led the league. Tyler Skyleman now on the mound. The top of the 6th inning here. Edmonton leads 4-0. Here's Max Stagg. First pitch to the DH is outside. He twitches his hands but takes it. And the count's 1-0. He picked up an RBI single today in the second. That was his only hit of the ball game. It was actually the first run of the ball game that came across as well. Skyleman looks down. A bit closed off on the mound. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball at 88 on the outer half. The count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike.
And this is Kellerman's second outing of the year. Pitched 2 innings his last outing, allowing no runs, so a 0 ERA. 1 strikeout, 1 walk, so dead even on that ratio.
Infield back, shadows being cast across Paul Thomas, wind blowing out towards left field. The 1-1 is hit, a bit of a half swing towards third. Casanova gloves it, cross time and throws in time. And the first out's retired. He kind of just waved his bat and stuck it out there.
Yeah.
It wasn't even a full swing with a full finish. It was just like you do in BP.
Yeah.
When the first couple of pitches being thrown, you just hold your bat out.
Yeah.
And try and hit it. That's what it reminded me of there.
Yeah.
Louis Dion now, the 9th spot. 1 for 1 today. Scoutman looks down and will fire the first offering. His pitch is a slider below the zone for ball 1.
And the one outing that Scallman brings into today is in that 11-6 loss to Springfield. And that Springfield loss is the only loss the AppleSox have at home thus far this year.
1 ball, no strikes. The pitch from Scallman. Inside ball 2. Yeah, I mean, you asked Matt Torres. Says, Sox do not lose at home. The Sox are looking to make that true tonight. I mean, yes, they've lost 1. But majority, not so much.
Yeah.
Scallman with a breath. And the pitch on the way. It's a fastball spiked in the dirt. And the count moves to 3-0.
Yeah, Torres was the kind of the face of this reel, this social media post that the media team put out yesterday, where he was trying to predict what was going to happen in that walk-off win, and was wrong on both his predictions. But like he said, Sox don't lose at home.
3-0. High ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk. The 9-hole batter bringing up the top of the order, and Drew Veach.
One thing I think is really kind of nuts is that we're, about a week or so away from the midway point in the year, and the Sox have only lost 4 games to this point.
Crazy.
You've only lost 4 games. You gotta be kidding me.
And you've won every single series.
Yes.
6.
Yes.
All straight. Drew Veach now. Scallman looks down. Take a peek over at first. Will fire towards the plate. This pitch pops out of the glove of Overstreet. It'll be called a ball.
Hey, you've won 6 straight series. Could make it 7 when you welcome the Nanaimo tomorrow.
And on first, very short lead. He takes an extra step there. That's Dion. Scallman will check back, tag apply, but not in time. And White just slapped it across his helmet.
Yeah, it's first base when you kind of do that sometimes. Depending on if you like the guy, it determines how gingerly you put down the tag.
Yes.
It's either a little soft little tap or a smack,
1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way is deflected back into the screen. And the count is 1-1. Scallman will readjust himself. Peer in for the 1-1. Looks back at first. Takes a pause. And the 1-1. Slider, breaking ball. On the inner half for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Middle infield and double play depth. Corners slightly in. Scallman looks for his first strikeout today. And the 4th for the Sox. He'll check back to first. Dion will glide in safely. And Edmonton leads here 4-0 in the top of the 6th. Picking up 6 hits today. The 1-2 from Scallman. Fought back foul into the screen once again. And Veach not going down without a fight.
That's something the Riverhawks have been doing kind of all day. They've just been battling off pitches. And again, when you just keep fouling off pitches, just pitch after pitch, and you drive up the pitch count, that's what we like to call a quap.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Veach. He's hitless today. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Fastball. Got him there. And there's the second out of the side. Here's Matt Van Slyke, 0 for 3 today. Pair of strikeouts swinging and a ground out in the 4th. It's the only man besides Kotaro Wakui who has not reached today. Man on first with 2 outs. First pitch from Skyleman is a breaking ball that finishes just high for ball 1.
Yeah, Van Slyke's got a 3-game hit streak coming into today, and 0 for 3 into his 4th at bat. Late in this game, getting into the last third of it, and you're running out of time to make it a 4-game hit streak.
Skyleman takes a breath in the 1-0. Fastball off the plate, and the count is 2-0. Overstreet in the stance today. You got to see catchers vary in stance, where they will start kind of in the crouch position and then move to resting only on the right leg with the left leg outstretched. Skyleman checks back. A nice snag by White to keep it in play, and nearly got past him. Of course, no tag applied on Dion. Van Slyke will waggle his bat, hold it out, and wait for the offering from Skyleman. He'll look at first. He'll check back again. No tag applied by White, and Skyleman not comfortable with Dion over there at first.
Now he's really trying to keep him tethered to the bag.
And not a very big lead either. The 2-0. Swung on a ground ball. Towards short. Brass gloves it. Underhand. Toss got him. They take the 4th at second. And with that, Edmonton picks up no runs, no hits, no errors, and no men left on base, as they still lead 4-0 as we head down into the bottom of the 6th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM. KCSY Twisp, the greatest hits of all time.
Link Transit is your free, clean, and safe ride to where you need to go. Whether you need to go to work, school, run errands, or taking a day trip to Leavenworth or Chelan, Link can take you there. Save gas and don't worry about parking. Plan your trip with Google Maps, Apple Maps, or the Transit app. Skip the fuss. Take the bus with Link Transit. NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit ncw.news for local news you can trust.
Hey, AppleSox fans, let's talk about community. Today's broadcast is proudly sponsored in part by the Salcedo Group of Companies, now celebrating 25 years of HVAC, electrical, and high-scale development excellence right here in the Valley. But Salcedo is more than business. They actively back over 70 regional schools, nonprofits, and teams. From global philanthropy to the home turf, Salcedo is proud to be locally grown and dedicated to our community. Thank you for investing in our valley. Salcedo Group of Companies.
Matt Therese here, leading it off for the AppleSox in the bottom of the 6th years. Edmonton leads 4-0 so far in this ballgame. AppleSox only picked up a mere 2 hits, along with an error. Therese really crowding the plate. The first offering to him is a bunt, put down. Sheppard gloves it, fires the first, and they get him. Nice bunt there. Only thing you'd ask is just a little bit more down that first base line.
You know, bunting's just kind of an art form, and it's really hard to be good at it. Like, Gemma Shields is actually, he's kind of got down to a science in a sense. Torres does too, but like, that's the thing is, every now and then you're gonna, every bunt just can't be perfect. And even if it's pretty close, just it rolls 1.5 rotation forward, and that's the difference between you being safe and out.
Here's Jonas Shields. Top of the order, first offering to him. Taken outside, ball 1. And I think it's a good idea, though, by Torres to try to put that bunt down, as Gonzalez over at first playing really deep on these righty batters. However, he hit it just too close to Sheppard. You want to put it down on the first base line. The 1-0 is chopped. Backhanding it is Sato at short. The throw on is in time. And 2 are down in order.
Yeah, the AppleSox went down in order in the 4th. Went 3 up, 3 down in the 5th, and now there's a quick 2 outs here in the 6th. And if the pattern holds true,
unfortunately,
yeah.
I mean, the longest inning they've seen is 4. 4 come to the plate. I was in the 1st and also in the 3rd. Kai McGarry now hitless today with a pair of strikeouts, 1 looking and 1 swinging. And the first offering is swung on and missed, breaking ball. And I think right there, just struggling on approach today has been one of the biggest things. I mean, they talk about it, searching a heater. That's a clear breaking ball out of the hand, bottom of the zone, and he's swinging on that on the first offering. It's a cheat count. You don't have to.
Yeah.
The 0-1, fastball outside. The count's 1-1.
And it's just not been McGarry's day today. Strikeout swinging in the 1st, strikeout looking in the 3rd, into his 3rd at-bat at work. That's the thing. All the AppleSox kind of into their 3rd at-bats here, and we're in the 6th inning. So they did really, Sheppard's been efficient.
He has. And there's no sign of anyone warming up either in the bullpen for Edmonton. The 1-1 of McGarry swung on and missed. Man, breaking ball fooled him, came in all the way on the hands. He totally swings through it, and the count's 1-2, and he's facing his 3rd strikeout today. Sheppard already at 5 strikeouts so far, looking to make this one 6. 2 of those coming off McGarry. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back. McGarry avoids the strikeout fate.
And Sheppard, he has just been insanely efficient today. That was, I believe, pitch number 57 right there. And we're in the 6th inning, right? And I'd say being efficient is having your pitch count be, 10 times whatever inning you're in. And he is below that quota.
1-2 on the way. Swung on, hit off the hands towards shortstop. Sato gloves it on the run. Throw, got him. The Sox go down order for the 3rd time in a row. No runs, no hits, no errors, no men left on base. Edmonton leads 4-0 as we head into the top of the 7th here on the AppleSox Radio Network.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072, and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Have questions about health insurance? Hi, this is Jeff Rounds, President of Lipke Insurance. Whether you are looking for a health plan for your employees or an individual medical plan for your family, contact us at Lipke Insurance. We will help you navigate through the process to obtain group or individual plans inside or outside of the exchange. Trust us to provide help before you need it. Let's talk today.
Lipke Insurance. Call 888-902-1800. Online at lipke.com.
We're gonna take a ride. We're going down to Easy's Burgers, where the food is dynamite. Easy's Burgers. Easy's Burgers, oh yeah. Fast, friendly, and delicious. They really do it right. Serving up those burgers every day and every night. Big kids, little kids, mom and dad too. Easy's Burgers. Made fresh for you.
Well, we go to the top of the 7th here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Edmonton up 4-0. And for the play-by-play, here's Smith Sly.
Thank you, Jackson. David Sheppard for the Riverhawks has been, near flawless today. He sat down the Sox just a little bit ago in order for the 3rd straight time. As Tyler Scalman still on the mound for Wenatchee here in the top of the 7th. He's facing Shiryu Sato, and the pitch to him is skipped on the outside whites of the batter's box for ball 1. Now Sato, 1 for 1 so far today, a single back in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, and was hit by a pitch in the 5th. Now into his basically 4th plate appearance. And here's the 1-0. And that's just a bit outside. The fastball just doesn't get the corner, so that's 2 balls, no strikes now on Sato.
Sato's reached every single time today. Single walk and hit by pitch in the 5th.
And 2-0 count to him. No outs here in the 7th. It's 4-0, Edmonton leading by a pretty good amount. And here's the pitch from Skalman. And that is high, an easy take for ball 3. And back in the 5th, the AppleSox did their catch-up and mustard race that they do every single game with a special guest appearance from Relish, who is becoming a staple of that race. And so, if you want to know who won that race, stick around. As the 3-0 pitch just eludes the top rail. That's ball 4, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Sato to lead things off here in the top half of the 7th.
Another free pass issued today.
Yeah, the walks have really been eating the AppleSox today. That's the first walk of the outing for Skyleman. Tate Swanson had 2 hit by pitches when he took over in the 5th. As now it's Kotaro Wakui. Skalman comes set from the stretch, holding the glove just above his belly button, and the pitch to Wakui. And that's a slider that just dips into the strike zone for strike 1.
Really good pitch there. Started out in the righty batter's box, and it just dipped onto that outer third.
Now, like I said, the catch-up mustard race. Locking your guesses now. Was it catch-up? Was it mustard? Was it relish? The surprise third guest.
Mm-hmm.
So the 0-1 pitch to Wakui goes back to the slider. Doesn't get it this time. That's going to even it up. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch a little bit more like a curve at the end of the day. Kind of has more of that 12-6 break on it.
Yeah.
Probably a curve. And here's the 1-1 pitch from Skalman. No, he's going to turn and check in on Sato at the bag. He's in safely. So yeah, locking your guesses. Was it ketchup? Was it mustard? I'll tell you. The winner of today's ketchup and mustard race was mustard. So now the 1-1 pitch. Skyleman lifts and deals. Another curve and misses yet again. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike now to Sato.
AppleSox really need a ground ball here. They have not doubled them off today at all. And usually they find a way to get weak contact and roll double plays often many times throughout a ball game.
And Skalman checks in on Sato at first. He's back in head first. And things got cooling off here at the ballpark. 79 degrees now in Wenatchee. Shadows have almost completely devoured the ballpark. As Skalman's 2-1 delivery. Inside, check swing really sorted him for strike 2. And Wakui is definitely a little frustrated by that kind of half check swing there.
Oh, it's really awkward there. I mean, his whole entire body went around, and he kind of just held his bat out, and it just went all the way around.
That's, where that term comes from, the sword. Because it looks like you're swinging a sword or chopping a sword or something. 2-2 count on him with no outs here in the 7th. It's 4-0 Edmonton leading. Skyleman looking for the strikeout. Can he get it? That's the question. The pitch. And that's a slider that really fell out of the fingertips, and it's going to fill it up 3-2. And it was a hot day today when Wenatchee got up to mid to upper 80s. Now dipping below that 80-degree mark as the payoff pitch from Skyleman. Here it is. Runner takes off. Pitch is just high for ball 4, and everyone will advance 90 feet.
Man, another walk, back-to-back walks here. And it seemed like that may be it.
Yeah, Vassar making the trot out to the mound, and they're bringing in a new face for the AppleSox. He takes the rock away from Skyleman, so he will walk all the way back to the dugout. Your score still 4-0 here in Wenatchee. 2 runners on here, top of the 7th, after back-to-back walks given up by Tyler Skyleman. And we'll find out who this new pitcher is when we come back from the break here. I'm Smith Slide, joined by Jackson Dodd on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your teenage years are full of unknowns. Your bank shouldn't be one of them. With People's Bank Teen Access Checking, account holders can build healthy money habits while learning to manage their spending. There are no monthly service charges, no balance requirements, and if the parent or guardian has an existing People's Bank account, adding Teen Access takes less than 10 minutes. You know your teen, we know banking. Teen Access Checking from People's Bank. Easy for them, easier for you. Member FDIC.
Hi, folks. Kelly Herschel from Valley Tractor and Rentals, your one-stop Kubota shop. Kubota and Valley Tractor is keeping it simple. You want the best-selling compact tractor? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact excavator? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling compact skid steer? Buy a Kubota. You want the best-selling diesel zero-turn mower? Buy a Kubota. You want the best? Buy a Kubota. Kubota and Valley Tractor since 1948, Baker Flats, East Wenatchee.
It's Father's Day. Win your share of over $12,700 in free play at all 12 Tribes Colville Casino locations. Cooley Dam, Lake Chelan, and Omak. Father's Day hot seats going on Sunday, June 21st from noon to 4 p.m. For full details, visit the Players Advantage Club or ColvilleCasinos.com. 12 Tribes Colville Casinos. Far from the ordinary, close to the adventure. Please play responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
This day in baseball history is presented by NCW News, the NCW News Network, accurate and intensely local news for North Central Washington. Check ncw.news for community stories every single day. So on this day, June 18th, way back in 2019, Ryan Long strikes out 9 and only allows 4 hits over 7 shutout innings as the AppleSox defeat the Port Angeles Lefties 7-3 at Civic Field. Wenatchee scores in each of the first 3 innings, including a 3-run third. That leads the way for 3 runs to be scored in a 3-for-5 day. So that was back in 2019, which feels like a millennia ago for us. I mean, we're of the younger generation. And like we said, there's pitching change here in Wenatchee. So Skyleman's day is done, and he will hand it off for Brooks Pinski, who is getting his first appearance of the year. And is in relief here in a bit of a tough spot, real pickle. 2 runners on after a pair of back-to-back walks from Skalman to start the inning. So 2 runners on. That's Sato at second and Wakui at first. And Brapinski, the freshman out of Manson, Washington, will be facing off against Omar Gonzalez here. First man he'll face in relief. And Pinsky, the right-hander, comes set. Deep breath. Here's the first pitch to Gonzalez. That's a fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
And Omar Gonzalez, not the guy you want to face as your first batter. It's been a hot bat all series long. Getting game 1 going 3-for-4 with 2 doubles and a home run.
And Pinsky returning to Wenatchee this year. Played with them last summer. And his 0-1 delivery to Gonzalez. Slider outside. Good spits by Gonzalez, and that's going to even the count 1-1.
Yeah, Pinsky was the guy who came on the later half of the season to fill out as that bullpen was dwindling down. The AppleSox needed new arms. They ended up just calling one of the guys. Joe Thornton was the one who called him down.
His 1-1 pitch. Gonzalez cracks this to left center field. Paoletto drifts over. He makes the catch on the run. Gets it in quickly. All the runners have to retreat back to their bags, and that's out number 1 here in the 7th.
Yeah, so the AppleSox, we were driving back from an away trip. I don't exactly recall which one it was. And the AppleSox, again, in need of bullpen depth. Mm-hmm. So, Joe's talking to Mitch about, I know this guy, his name's Brooks, he's a dog. Like, he'd be great for us.
Yeah.
And, Mitch just puts absolute trust in his players when it comes to recruiting and stuff like that. He's like, they're not going to say that if, of course, they aren't to that caliber that we're looking for. And so right after that conversation, Mitch was like, yeah, call him. Tell me we want him down there. And so they, right on the bus, they call Brooks, and Brooks gets signed, and he comes down and, throws 3 games to the AppleSox on their postseason against Bellingham.
And it's funny, too, you say, like, oh, Joe's like, hey, I know this guy who happens to be a dog, and it's Brooks Pinski, who is, he was the 47th ranked player in Washington and the 20th ranked right-hander in the state back in, 2024. The first pitch to Jason Green is just outside for a ball.
Yeah, and Brooks from Chelan, too, so not a very long commute for him to get down to Paul Thomas.
And Chelan, real beautiful city here in Washington. About an hour away from Wenatchee. 1-0 pitch. And that misses low and away. That's going to be ball 2 to Green.
I think it's cool, you have guys like Joe and Tyler Skyleman who are from Wenatchee. And then you have a guy like Shion Habuto from Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah.
And so it's, total opposite spectrums of, shown from a totally different country and, our Wenatchee natives.
2-0 pitch on the lower inside corner for a strike. Good placement by Pinski with the fastball at 90 miles an hour.
So it's just cool to see the outreach of the WCL.
Yeah.
And what they can bring in on their squads here.
And bringing people from a lot of different countries. Habuto from Japan. Stag from Australia. As you have Sato dancing around there at the bag. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Goes to the fastball and kind of blew it past Green a little bit. That was 89 miles an hour at the bottom of the zone. And Pinski spent the last 2 years with Spokane Falls and will now be playing for Utah Tech going into next spring. His 2-2 pitch to Green. Swung on and missed. Top shelf, got him swinging. And Pinski. 2 outs here now in the 7th.
Good way to respond after coming in for a lead. You got runners at first and second base. A quick out for a line out to the left, and then pick up a strikeout right after that. Way to deliver.
Well, it's Cale Clark now. Batting with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Stressful situation. You want to get the insurance runs here, and your back's against the wall in a sense with 2 outs. Pinski, the first pitch to Clark. Upper outside edge, but can't catch it. So that's going to be ball 1. And Pinski, he's a cool dude. You think about the fact when he was with Spokane Falls, was a volunteer firefighter and was studying in the fire science program. As his 1-0 pitch to Clark. Low and inside, easy take for ball 2. So, that's just kind of nuts that you're a volunteer firefighter studying basically to be a firefighter, and you're just, in the summer just playing, West Coast League baseball.
Well, that's what he was doing last year before he came to the AppleSox.
Yeah.
Was that he was wildland firefighting when last year was a really bad fire season.
Yeah.
So he was out there just in the hills and the forests of the Wenatchee area taking out those fires.
2-0 pitch. He's going to lift this to left field. That ball is fair. Just touches down a few feet to the right of the line. Sato will score. They'll hold Wakui at third, and it's a stand-up RBI double for Clark here in the 7th to extend the lead.
Good piece of hitting right there. And honestly, off the bat, it looked like it was going to flare foul. But it got just enough down the line to land fair. But Paoletto did a great job. The moment he gloves it on the run, didn't even set his feet. He's falling back, and he just chucks it in.
And Paoletto's been DHing for most of the season. Hasn't played all that much in the field, but when he has, he's made some pretty good plays.
He has, yeah.
He's a very adept fielder in the corner outfield spot. And here's the first pitch to Stagg. He gets jammed on this one. Will shoot it to Casanova at third. He will throw across to get the out and end the inning. But the Riverhawks do get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and leave 2 men left on base. 6-0. Your score here, 5-0, your score here in Wenatchee. Game 4 of this 3-day series, and the Riverhawks trying to fend off the series sweep, and they're a good spot to do it heading into the bottom half of the 7th inning here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
I have come to the conclusion that 1 useless man is called a disgrace, that 2 are called a law firm, and that 3 or more become a Congress. And by God, I have had this Congress.
250 years ago, the spark was lit, and a new America was forged in the flames. From the Numerica Performing Arts Center and Jamie Donegan Productions, Hot August Nights features Tony Award-winning musical 1776. July 31st through August 15th at the Numerica Pack. Tickets for 1776 now on sale at numericapack.org.
Mission Ridge, proud sponsor of AppleSox Baseball, says, "Let's go, Sox." Hope you're enjoying the game. Head up to the Chair 5 Pub at Mission Ridge. Open Fridays through Sundays all summer long. It's your spot for great food, local drinks, and unbeatable mountain views high above the valley. Whether you're wrapping up a day on the trails, looking to cool off from the summer heat, or just want a relaxed place to hang out with friends and family, the Chair 5 Pub delivers. Keep the good times rolling after the final inning. Visit missionridge.com to learn more.
Wenatchee businesses, step up to the plate. Firefly is your hometown MVP for managed IT and cybersecurity, protecting your time and tech since 1992. For a limited time, Firefly is offering a free vulnerability scan to help pinpoint the gaps in your security and bring clarity to your risks before they turn into errors on your scoreboard. Call 509-663-TECH today to secure your scan and stop the bad guys from stealing home.
David Sheppard refusing to come out of this game. He's taking the mound for the bottom half of the 7th inning, and he has been near flawless here tonight for the Riverhawks. The lefty has limited the AppleSox to no runs on only 2 hits tonight. He has just really kept them in check in Game 4 of this 4-game series. And the first pitch to Paoletto is the slider that drops onto the corner for a strike.
Yeah, Sheppard's slider's been so effective today. And he's throwing a lot on 0-0 count to get ahead early.
So 0-1 count on Paoletto. Here's the pitch. He'll swing and miss at another breaking ball that was in the dirt. So Paoletto behind a huge way here.
Yeah, Sox gone down in order 3 times in a row. 4th through 6th inning.
Paoletto looking to be a spark plug here. Bottom half of the 7th, late in this game. The 0-2. And he'll foul this off to the netting and stay alive. Sox have locked down 6 straight series wins. They have yet to lose a series this year. And even if they lose this game here tonight, they still have 6 straight series wins. Here's the 0-2 again from Sheppard. Inside, check swing. Does he go? No, he does not. The field ump, Clayton Kellogg, says no, he does not break the plane, so the first ball of the at-bats.
In a pregame meeting today, head coach Mitch Donington was telling his guys that I want you to play this game as if you hadn't won the previous 3 games. Nobody knows that. This is just game 1.
1-2 pitch. Upstairs, ball 2, and Green was through the motions of throwing that ball down for strike 3 and has to put it in reverse and just chuck it right back to David Sheppard on the mound.
That was a close one. Could have gone either way.
You see, you got to be careful as a catcher not to show up an umpire, and that's kind of bordering on showing up the umpire there. 2-2 pitch. Low and inside, ball 4 to Paoletto, and he is on base with a leadoff walk. Man, Paoletto has such a good sense of the strike zone. And pardon me, that's only ball 3. I was confused there for a second. I could have sworn it was only ball 3, and then Paoletto checked the equipment off, and clearly both him and I can't count.
No.
Counting's hard, man.
I didn't. He played off so well. You talk about acting. He played off so well. I was like, I thought it was only a 2-2 count coming into this, but he played off so well that, it fooled me. I'm like, okay. If he says it's a walk, I believe him.
Just kind of confusing everyone here at the ballpark. Darlington is going to call time and talk to Paoletto to work on his approach here with a full count. And he's going to walk back to the batter's box. Let's take a second, though, and thank Libkey Insurance. Contact Libkey Insurance for your home, auto, life, health, business, and farm insurance. Here before you need us. Peace of mind delivered online at libkey.com. So they sort things out. We have confirmed that it is a 3-2 count for Paoletto. Sheppard trying to start out this inning with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And Paoletto will spoil this foul to stay alive.
Yeah, it did surprise me that Paoletto would, potentially draw a walk there. 10 walks this season. That's on top of batting .383 with 23 hits.
He has been consistent. Payoff pitch from Sheppard. Low and inside, check swing. They'll look down. He does not go. That's ball 4 to put a runner on here in the 7th.
He just saw the future. That's all there.
That's how it boils down, really. He was just, 4 steps ahead of us, basically. And he is really taking the meaning of the word literally, walking to first base as he takes off his equipment, dons the sliding glove, bright red sliding glove.
He was having a conversation with Jason Green, the catcher, as he walked back, and also having a conversation with first baseman Gonzalez.
And he's still talking to Green.
It seemed like he got a warning.
Yeah, so clearly some hotter heads are rising here late in this game. And you could tell this series was getting a little chippy, specifically with just both teams kind of barking at officials. And you could hear, earlier today in the pregame, Darlington, he had a meeting with the team and was kind of expressing that, hey, we can't be getting warnings. We can't be fighting with umpires on calls like that because that's just how you're not going to win goodwill if you just continually do that. So they're probably trying to, save his teammates, save his players there. And, Sagdahl there at first base also trying to contain Paoletto at the bag. Now it's Kainoa Santiago, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher here with no outs in the 7th inning. One runner on, that's Paoletto at first. He just drew that walk. And Kainoa Santiago is looking for home run number 4. And the first pitch to him is high and inside, a bit of a close shave for ball 1. Now Santiago 0 for 2 today. Struck out looking and grounded out into his 3rd at-bat of work. He wants to come up big here. Pitch to him. Slider dropped in for strike 1.
Another just great located slider today for Sheppard. He's been working so well with it today.
Santiago, he was the 16th overall prospect in Oregon in 2025. Here's the 1-1 pitch to him. Slider, and this one misses outside. Good take by Santiago, showing off why he leads this team for walks with 15 on the year.
He's 2nd in the league in on-base percentage at .544.
2-1 count to him. Sheppard's pitch. Slider skipped in the dirt. Green keeps it in front, keeps Paoletto at first, and it's going to make the count 3 balls and 1 strike on Santiago. And if Santiago were to reach, it would be Overstreet, and then White after him, and then Cooper Brass after him. Real good set of the part of the lineup. Some guys who can get it done. Landon White got it done last night.
Exactly.
Only down by 5 runs. And you feel like in the MLB that would be a lot, but here in the WCL, that's not that much. 3-1 pitch, cut on and fouled right back to the body of Green. He kind of wore that one. Looks like might have caught him on the thigh. And so now the home plate umpire, Jacob Fisher, will walk that ball out to Sheppard and give Green a little chance here to catch his breath. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes at Santiago. Runner on first. That's Paoletto. Sheppard set from the belts. His pitch. Inside, ball 4, back-to-back walks here in the 7th.
Sox will take that there now. They have an opportunity to get something started and in a much needed moment.
What is it we always say, Jackson? This team has a flair for the dramatic.
Yeah.
And it's looking like that's the case here late in this game as the pitching coach for Edmonton will trot out to the mound, bring in the whole infield along with the catcher Jason Green to talk over their approach of how they want to attack Jake Overstreet. And while they do that, let's take a second to thank the Tap Room by Hellbent. Are you ready to embark on a flavor-filled journey right in the heart of the Wenatchee Valley? Well, look no further than the Tap Room by Hellbent Brewing, where the vibrant energy of Pybus Market meets the delightful world of craft beer and gourmet cuisine. And while we're here, let's also thank Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market. Celerity Credit Union presents the Wenatchee Valley Farmers Market every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the West Locks of Pybus Market. And this meeting of the minds extending for quite some time, and home plate umpire Fisher will finally break it up, and we will be on our way here in just a little bit. So 2 runners on here for the AppleSox. That's Santiago at first, Paoletto at second. Pair of walks here to start things out in the 7th to get 2 runners on.
A big moment here for Jake Overstreet. I mean, no outs.
Yeah.
Really just hope he slapped ones the other way. I mean, Paoletto's got enough speed on him. It's deceivingly fast, too. I think he could score on a simple ground ball to the outfield.
And it's 5-0 Edmonton leading here in the 7th. Sheppard's first pitch to Overstreet. Right on the bottom rail, taken for strike 1.
Yeah, don't blame Overstreet for taking that there. I mean, it's your count, 0-0. No need to do anything crazy there.
Looking for his pitch. He can do some damage on it. Kind of twirls the bat in his hands. Righty batter, lefty pitcher. Sheppard the southpaw, his pitch. And that runs inside and just a little too much, and that's going to be inside for a ball.
Got a really big lead over there by Santiago over at first as Gonzalez playing in. They're watching out for a possible blunt.
1-1 pitch. Overstreet will chop this through his legs and right back to the AppleSox dugouts. So 1-2 now the counts. And Overstreet 0 for 2 so far today. And by the kind of the laws of baseball and how the averages will work out, he's due for a hit. Overstreet batting 200 on the dots. So by the numbers, you'd expect him to get a hit here sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
As the 1-2 pitch is well outside and well low to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's got 5 hits this year. 2 of them is doubles. So, pretty good extra base hit ratio there for him.
And the wind blowing slightly towards right field now. It's turned itself around. So just trying to go the opposite way. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Overstreet just clips this ball right back into the body of Green, and he stays alive.
A big moment for Overstreet. Wants to avoid a strikeout. The Sox cannot afford that here.
Overstreet joining the Sox from Weatherford Junior College. He's a kid out of Rockwall, Texas. He's wanting to come up big here late in this game. The pitch. Swung on and missed. What else but the slider to sit down Overstreet, and that is strikeouts number 6 for Sheppard in today's game.
Just not the right spot for that strikeout right there. Unfortunate. You got runners first and second, no outs. You got to do whatever you can to move them along.
And he's still got 2 outs to play with, and it's the hero from yesterday, Landon White, at the dish. Right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, and he can come up big here again. Pitch to him, just low for a ball. And Landon White out of Gonzaga. Played with his teammates Kainoa Santiago there at first base, both of them Bulldogs. 1-0 counts. Sheppard. The pitch to White. Right down Main Street, taken for strike 1.
Yeah, really good speed on these base paths here. Santiago at first, Paoletto at second base. Hopefully they can add on here.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on for the AppleSox. 5-0 Edmonton leading. Here's the pitch from Sheppard. Landon White's going to chop this to third. Van Slyke has to read it. He'll step on third, throw to first, and the throw is wide. Gonzalez blocks it off his body to keep it in front, so they get Paoletto at third, but Landon White will reach via the fielder's choice.
The shortstop, Cooper.
Heads up play there by Van Slyke to get the leading runner out, and he nearly was able to get the second one out at first, but that throw just ate up Gonzalez just a bit, a little low.
Well, it brings up Cooper Brass, another right-handed batter. Still 2 runners on and still 2 outs here in the 7th. 5-0 Edmonton on top. Sheppard's pitch. Just over the top of the strike zone. That's going to be ball 1. Brass wants to come up clutch here. Batting .325 coming into today. 13 hits in the few games he has as an AppleSox. 1-0 pitch. That's low this time. That's ball 2.
Sox will take a walk here. Now load the bases for James Castanola. Whatever they can do to get a man on base is their mission here.
And Brass has 9 walks on the year. Again, in the few games that he's been a Sox, he's been making an impact early and often. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Inside corner, taken for strike 1. And Cooper Brass joined during that Kamloops series and has just been insanely helpful.
Yes.
Just doing his job at the plate and in the field.
I mean, batting .325, that's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. 2-1 count. Sheppard, the pitch. Swung on. Cut back right to the glove of Green. That's going to even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on for Wenatchee. That's Landon White at first. Santiago at second. Pair of Bulldogs on the base paths. Sheppard, the left-hander, working from the third base side of the rubber. Set from the belt, the pitch. And that'll be slapped foul. Brass just stays alive.
Just a bit late on that 89 fastball on the outer half. Did all he could do there. I mean, again, he's having a good approach. That's close enough. We called for a second strike. He doesn't want to risk it there.
Even count. 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. Sheppard shakes off the sign. Takes his time and finally agrees on one. Let's see if this pitch can get him to strike out. The pitch is another foul ball back to the screen, and Brass doing his best to stay alive. And the margin for error slowly disintegrating for the AppleSox. We're here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. They're down by 5 runs, and that seems like it's a lot, but in the WCL, a 5-run lead can disappear in a heartbeat. AppleSox hunting the series sweep if they can. 2-2 pitch. Brass grounds this to Van Slyke at third. He's got it on the backhand. Will step on third for the outs, and that's the inning. Well, the AppleSox get no runs on no hits, no errors, and leave 2 men left on base. Still 5-0. Edmonton leading in a big way as we move into the 8th inning here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Smith Sly joined by Jackson Daw. Don't go anywhere on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Have you ever thought about how much you're on your feet? A comfortable pair of boots can make a real difference. If you've had a hard time finding a good pair of boots, visit Neil's Boots, Shoes and Repair, where you'll find a good selection of Danner boots, including Light 2s, Vicious, and Radical 453s. They also carry Smoke Jumper and Hawthorne white boots. Neil's Boots, Shoes, and Repair, 811 South Wenatchee Avenue. Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry. Friendly professional staff where they take care of all of your dentistry needs. Fillings, cleanings, root canals, crowns and bridges, orthodontic appliance therapy, oral surgery, and dental implants. Complete dentistry for the whole family, where their experienced staff takes pride in offering comfortable care in a relaxed atmosphere and strive to exceed your expectations. Dr. Scott Bibbins Family Dentistry, now at their new home at 445 Mission Street, across from Banner Bank in Wenatchee. The convenient parking off Mission and 5th Street.
Since 1977, Hagelin's Trophies has provided North Central Washington with the best in awards. Capture those special memories with a trophy, plaque, or award from Hagelin's Trophies. They also engrave name badges, desk and wall signs, and can customize your badges, signs, and awards with your logo on their laser engraving system. If you need promotional items, they can help there too. Hagelin's Trophies, 123 North Chelan and Wenatchee, and at Hagelin'sTrophies.com.
Well, the AppleSox got some traffic there in the bottom half of the 7th, but the fire was put out by the Riverhawks. They were able to strand a pair of runners on the base paths, and the AppleSox still scoreless moving into the top half of the 8th inning. It's 5-0 Edmonton on top, and Louis Dion will lead it off for the Riverhawks. And, of course, Pinski's still on the mound for Wenatchee. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter in Dion. And the home plate umpire, Jacob Fisher. Taking some time here. They're trying to sort of, the third base coach, that's what it was. I was wondering, something didn't look right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're missing a piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like looking at, a puzzle, and you know there's a piece missing, and you just realize, you just need the third base coach. So that was what was holding things up here. As Pinski still on the mound for Wenatchee. Takes a breath, and his first pitch to Dion is cut on and missed. What a good changeup there, 76 miles an hour, and really just broke his brain. Quickly an 0-1 count. Pinski, the 0-1 pitch. Low one outside, good take by Dion. That's going to even it up. And Dion had a single, RBI single back in the 4th. 1 for 2 so far today. 1-1 pitch. He fouls this back, and it looks like it clipped a part of the leg of Jacob Fisher, home plate umpire, but he is no worse for wear, unfazed by it, and that's going to make it a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
Pinski looking for his second strikeout. Did pretty well in his last inning of work in the 7th, coming in relief for Scalaman there.
The 1-2 pitch. Pinski, here it is. Well outside, misses badly with the fastball at 89 miles an hour in the other batter's box, and that's going to make it a 2-2 count.
Sox can't afford another walk here. Edmonton just finds a way always to capitalize off them.
The free passes are what lose you ball games at the end of the day. Deep breath, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Wow, 83 miles an hour on the changeup. And Pinski, his second strikeout tonight.
Man, great slider there by Pinski, and Dion just swung right over it.
Well, it's going to flip the lineup card over for Drew Veach. He is 0 for 3 so far tonight. Did reach base back in the 4th on a fielder's choice, but other than that, he has been kept in check for the most part tonight. Pinski set from the stretch with nobody on. First pitch to Veach. He squares the bunt, pulls it back. It was a slider that he yanked outside for a ball.
A game to watch today is Bellingham at Port Angeles. Bellingham right now up 13-2. That's important because Bellingham's looking for a sweep, and they're 2 games back from first. The AppleSox, of course, in the first spot.
1-0 pitch to Veach. He'll line this to right field. McGarry having to drift back, and he'll make the catch kind of over his shoulder, and that's out number 2 here in the 7th.
AppleSox need efficiency here. They can't let Edmonton get on a run or get any momentum for the rest of this inning, and then for the 9th as well. They can't afford that.
And Pinski took over in the 7th inning, now into the 8th inning, and that was pitch number 18 for him. So, for the most part, Pinski been pretty efficient. And, he wants to keep that trend going. Hopefully he could carry you through the 9th if need be. And it's Matt Van Slyke now batting in the 2-hole tonight. First pitch to him, a slider that misses low and away by a smidge.
Yeah, searching for his first hit today. Struck out twice today, both swinging.
Grounded out twice today as well, so 0 for 4. 1-0 pitch. Painted outside corner, taken. That's strike 1. So it's a 1-1 count. 2 outs here in the top half of the 8th inning. 5-0 Edmonton on top. Pinski. The breath and the 1-1 pitch. Inside. We'll brush him back a bit. That's going to be ball 2.
Like that pitch there. Back him off the plate now. And then you can go in on him, or go away from him now.
AppleSox wearing their red jerseys today with the white pants. 2-1 pitch to Van Slyke. Inside again. Really just kind of grazing the jersey on him.
Maybe go slider here. I mean, you go with 2 fastballs that were both really inside. Now a slider started on the hands.
Yeah.
Could fool him.
So 3-1 count. Pinski. Here's the pitch. And he puts a fastball right on the top rail for strike 2.
Looked like a 2-seam right there, I think.
Yeah. And Van Slyke thought that was ball 4. So he was, again, on his way to first base and shaking his head. He's really kind of showing up the umpire here. He's got to be careful with that. I know it's late in the game, but you can't be showing up the umpires in any of these games. Payoff pitch from Pinski. Just misses low and away to the chagrin of Overstreet, who is visibly frustrated by that. You can see the body language. That's a 2-out walk to put Van Slyke on base.
It's a good pitch, but it was just a tad bit low. And so, I mean, it was a good call, but it's just unfortunate for the Sox.
Well, now it's Shiryu Sato, 3-hole hitter. He is 1 for 1 so far today. He's into his 5th plate appearance. He had a single in the 1st, walked in the 3rd, was hit by a pitch in the 5th, and then walked in the 7th. He's got a runner on here with 2 outs in the top half of the 8th. Here's a pitch to him. On the top rung, that's strike 1. And Edmonton wearing their road navy uniforms with the gray pants. Like I said, the Sox wearing the red tops with the white pants. Next pitch. Gets away from Overstreet, a slider that was really pulled into the lefty's batter's box, and it gets past Overstreet. So that's going to be ball 2, and it will allow Van Slyke to easily get into second.
Yeah, just totally lost his grip on that one. And, of course, it's the worst time to be able to lose control of that.
And Overstreet's going to go out to talk to Pinski. Talk things over here. Things kind of getting a little out of hand here in the top of the 8th inning. Runner on second. That's Van Slyke, who just drew that walk and then advanced to second on that pass ball. Score is 5-0 here in Wenatchee. Game 4 of this 4-game series. Game 1, the AppleSox won. Yesterday, a doubleheader, so 2 games there. AppleSox won both of them. Game 2, a walk-off win in the 7th inning. And here's the 1-1 pitch to Sato. Outside again. It gets past Overstreet, and now Van Slyke's into 3rd.
Pinski visibly frustrated there as the throwback, he's not able to glove it, bounces off and just adds to his frustration. And I saw him after that pitch, he just was smacking his leg, trying to wipe off whatever was adhering to him or whatever was causing him to spike those.
2-1 pitch hits him on the helmet. Goes to the fastball and drills him on the dome. Sato not happy about that. Neither is the Riverhawks dugouts. And that's going to put runners on the corners now with 2 outs here in the 8th.
I don't know what's happened right now to Pinski. It's, 3 straight wild pitches. I don't know if he got something on his fingertips or sweat or whatever's going on. But it's like he's out of his mechanics, he's out of his rhythm now.
And you can see him kind of visibly, in the body language, a little uncomfortable, a little frustrated there after that hit by pitch. Trying to calm himself down, taking some deep breaths on the mound, the right-hander. Now he's going to be facing Kotaro Wakui, left-handed bat, with runners on the corners. It's Van Slyke at third, Shiryu Sato at first. He just wore that pitch right off the helmets. Pinski, his first pitch to Wakui. Outside for a ball.
That was outside the release. It's not wild this time. He's dialed it back in a little bit. That's good to see. Now I can set it up here.
No room for error with the runner on third. Runner takes off for second. The pitch is high and outside. Overstreets. Fakes the throw down to third, and we'll just give it back to Pinski. So a pitch out there, and then everyone will be safe.
I like that move there. Overstreet nearly got him, but Van Slyke was able to recognize it earlier and just dive back into third.
So 2 runners on in scoring position now for the Riverhawks. Sato at second, Van Slyke at third. Wakui at the plate. 2 outs here. Top of the 8th. Pinski's pitch is chopped to Torres at second. He's got it on the run. Throw to first. That will retire the side. So Pinski gets out of Dodge. The Riverhawks get no runs on no hits, no errors, and leave 2 men stranded on base. Still 5-0. Edmonton leading, and we're into the bottom half of the 8th. The AppleSox running out of time to get themselves back into this game, and we'll be back in just a little bit here on the Wenatchee AppleSox Radio Network.
Hey, get the goat off the AC vent.
This time of year, we are right there with the goat, hanging out and trying to stay cool.
Folks can start quotes on our website, WenatcheeInsurance.com.
And you can schedule an in-person video or phone appointment.
No one should have to sweat about insurance.
We are a locally owned independent agency, so we can walk people through a variety of options.
Make sure you're covered, maybe even save some money.
So give us a call or text today, 509-295-9055.
And then get back to the AC with the goat.
At Banner Bank, cheering on the AppleSox is just one more way they show their appreciation for the Wenatchee Valley. When it comes to your finances, it's all about how they can help you move forward with truly personal service, smart financial solutions, and being the local expert by your side when it matters most. In fact, Banner Bank has been named one of the 100 best banks in America by Forbes for 10 straight years and one of Newsweek's best regional banks again this year. Stop by your local Wenatchee branch or visit bannerbank.com. Banner Bank member FDIC. Ford is now batting for America. Now they're the official automotive partner for Major League, Minor League, and Little League Baseball. On Saturday, June 20th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., Pat Armstrong Ford invites you to a fun meet and greet with the Wenatchee AppleSox. While you mingle with the players and team, Melt Company Gourmet Grilled Cheeses will satisfy your hungries with their cheesy menu of sandwiches and more. See you Saturday, June 20th, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. at Pat Armstrong Ford in East Wenatchee.
Tip your hats to David Sheppard, the left-hander. Started today for the Riverhawks on the mound, and finally will take a seat on the bench. He goes 7 innings of scoreless baseball off of only 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. He really carved up the AppleSox all game today, and now finally will get some reprieve. He'll hand it off for Owen Combs, a right-hander sophomore out of Portland, Oregon, from Montana State Billings. He's 6'5", 205 pounds. He is a tall man from the right side. And his first pitch to Casanola is low and inside for a ball. Combs gets his sign and comes sets. With his hands below his belt buckle, here's the 1-0 pitch. That's low again. That's now ball 2.
And speaking of Montana State Billings, both Tyler and Joe Skyleman just committed there. Announced last week. Good for them.
Pair of brothers playing with each other in Montana. 2-0. Here's the pitch from Combs. And that is, again, low. 3 straight balls that have missed in almost the same place. And it's a 3-0 count now on Casanola.
And you go from Sheppard to Combs throwing 3 straight balls.
Telling of how the outing might go. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Lower inside edge. That's taken for strike 1. He's able to just get that one in the zone.
A good pitch there. Just dotted the inner half.
And it's 5-0 here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Sox down in a big way. Combs' pitch. Low and away, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Castanola. That's just what the doctor ordered for the AppleSox.
It's a start, but a start at that. You know, the AppleSox now need to utilize this. As they have a pinch hitter, Max Patterson, coming in for Matt Torres.
Yeah, Max Patterson out of Northwest Nazarene University. Him and Grain Lucas coming over from the Nighthawks. And Patterson's an interesting case because he throws lefty. He's an outfielder, so throws lefty, but bats righty, which is the opposite of how you're traditionally expected to do things in baseball. He's got a runner on with no outs here in the 8th. Combs' pitch. Center cut, strike 1 taken. And the sun almost completely gone down here in Wenatchee. Sky's still that light shade of blue. It's Combs' next pitch is swung on and fouled off of Patterson's body. And that's going to be strike 2.
Hey, Combs nearing a strikeout here is, of course, we all know how Sheppard did today. 6 strikeouts, 7 scoreless innings, only 2 hits today. Man, what a day for him.
And the lefty, the southpaw, just trying to clutch up for the Riverhawks to dodge the sweep. 0-2 count on Patterson. Combs, the pitch. Swung on, lifted high in the air, left field side, but into the stands and into the parking lot. And that's the definition of just a tall, long strike.
Yeah.
So no 2 count still on Patterson. Castanola still at first base. Good lead for him there. The pitch. Lined, left field. Clark drifting back, makes the catch, and Castanola has to scamper back to first base.
Man, nice out there for Patterson. I mean, unfortunate outcome, but man, he absolutely smoked that ball out to left field.
And Patterson hasn't gotten very many starts this year, not very many cameos. And when you come in a pinch hit spot, you kind of do what you're expected. You rip a ball to left field, just right at a guy.
Yeah.
Well, that'll flip over the lineup card for Jonah Shields, hunting his first hit of the ball game. First pitch to him. Right down the middle, he watches it go by for a strike. Now Shields, he's wearing a lime green arm sleeve on the right arm. It doesn't necessarily match with the color scheme. As here's the 0-1. And that's low for a ball.
I would say it's the leaf.
It's the stem, you know. Yeah.
I would say that's what it is. He's trying to look as much appley as he can as an AppleSox.
Yeah. He's glad they wore the red jerseys today.
Yes.
The Red Delicious jerseys. And he's got a 1-1 count, 1 out, 1 runner on. Combs, the offering. And Shields really turns around on this one and hits it a country mile, but foul to the left field side.
And that one went so far, I didn't even see where it landed.
And it cleared the concession stand and the clubhouse and the umpire room. Our multi-purpose facility over there.
Yes.
Cleared it by a real good amount. So that makes it a 1-2 count with 1 out and Castanola at first base. Shields awaits the pitch. Combs, here it is. Got him swinging. The slider cuts it back to the glove of Green, and now there are 2 away here in the 8th.
The right fielder,
not what the doctor ordered there. I mean, you got to walk Castanola to start it off, but now 2 straight outs, and it's not looking great for the AppleSox.
Well, we'll bring up Kai McGarry. He is 0 for 3 today. Struck out swinging in the first, struck out looking in the third, and then grounded out in the 6th. And the first pitch to him is right there on the bottom half of the zone for a strike. And really looking at the stat sheet for the AppleSox, no one really jumping off the page for that great of a performance here today. 0-1 pitch, got him swinging, made him look silly on the off speed, and that's strike 2.
And it's hard not having McGarry as someone on the base paths, as when he is on there, he just tears it up. 8 stolen bases, leads the team. And with him not being on there, it leads a hole for the AppleSox on the base paths.
Combs, 1 strike away from ending the inning. The pitch. Fouled right back to the screen. McGarry just gets a sliver of the ball to stay alive.
Barely got a handle of that one. Just clipped the handle of his bat.
And McGarry, a 2-game hit streak coming into today. And depending on what he does here, that could be snapped tonight in Game 4 of this series. Combs, deep breath, the 0-2. And he will chop this foul right to the netting and kerplunks into the AppleSox dugout. That ball hit off the fence right by Andres, our video intern. He's unfazed. He's locked in over there with the camera. Getting good B-roll of this team. An 0-2 count still on McGarry. Combs wanting to hang a 0 here late in the game. The pitch. Line right to the shortstop, Sato, and that is just too easy. Just had to take a few steps to his left, glove it, and that's the side retired. The AppleSox get no runs, no hits, no errors, and one man left on the base pass. Still 5-0. The Sox down in a pretty big way, moving into the final frame of action here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Don't go anywhere. You want to see how this thing turns out on the AppleSox Radio Network.
Your official radio station for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Sunny FM, KCSY Twisp, the greatest hits of all time.
Discover what premier senior living is all about at Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care in beautiful Wenatchee. Blossom Valley Assisted Living and Blossom Creek Memory Care communities provide seniors with a stress-free style of living that enhances the mind, body, and spirit. There's always so much going on, from shopping trips to gardening to fitness activities. Plus, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that trained care staff are present 24/7. Schedule a private tour experience at Blossom Valley and Blossom Creek.
AppleSox fans, if a foul ball leaves your car with a rock chip or broken windshield, take it to Discount Auto Glass. Locally owned, Discount Auto Glass specializes in rock chip repair, windshield replacement, mobile service, window tinting, and calibration service on all makes and models. Get your rock chip repaired at Discount Auto Glass, 888-0072 and at 901 Valley Mall Parkway in East Wenatchee, across from 7-Eleven.
Hey, it's Stacy with the Floor Factory is Flooring America. Whether you're looking for a small project or a large one, from special order options to our large selection of in stock, we can help you. From the latest color and style trends or to more of a classic style, we can help you. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl, laminate, and even sheet vinyl. Come check out our newly updated showroom and our last chance bargain basement. They're great for do-it-yourself, or we have professional installation available too at 13 South Wenatchee Avenue. It's where friends send friends to the Floor Factory.
Now, despite a leadoff walk there in the bottom half of the 8th, the AppleSox are unable to capitalize and remain scoreless into the final frame. 5-0 Edmonton on top. And on play-by-play for this final frame, it is Jackson Dodd.
Thank you, Smith. Patrick Galvin now enters the ball game for Brooks Pinski. Brooks so far in this ball game comes out after tossing 2 innings, giving up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and picking up 2 strikeouts. And at the very end of his outing, he just started to lose control, started spiking some stuff. But Smith, tell me more about Galvin.
Well, yeah, Patrick Galvin, the right-hander, 6'5", 190 pounds. So kind of that traditional pitcher's build, real tall guy, but not necessarily the heaviest. Sophomore from Seattle, Washington, at Seattle University. No surprise there. Perfect. Stayed in his own backyard to play college ball. Has played the last 2 years there, and this past spring ended with a 6.23 ERA. In only 5 games, all relief. Yeah. He's coming in to basically just get the AppleSox to the bottom half of the 9th if he can.
Omar Gonzalez leads it off for the Riverhawks in the top of the 9th inning. Galvin with the breath and the first offering. Inside, fastball. And the count's at 1-0. Gonzalez has been hot most of the series, but pretty cold today. 1 for 3. With a single in the second, a hit by a pitch in the 5th, and a pair of strikeout and a line-out, most recently in the 7th inning. Here's the 1-0 from Galvin. He yanked outside, and the count moves to 2-0. Galvin step back on the rubber after grabbing some chalk, trying to dust it off, get a better grip on the ball. Gage Wareham also now playing at second base for Matt Torres. The windup and the pitch from Galvin, outside and high, ball 3. Sox have walked 6 total batters today and have hit 3. Three-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. That's going to be 10 total free passes today. 7 walks and 3 hit by pitches.
I almost feel like I sound like a coach when I'm sitting here saying that free passes, the walks and the hit by pitches are what lose you ball games. And if you walk more than the other guy, then you're going to end up losing those games. And because those are things you can control. You can control if you throw strikes, and you can control if you don't hit batters. And
yes,
you need to be able to just not do that.
Jason Green, first pitch, is chopped weakly back to the glove of Galvin. He throws to first. They get the out there. The throw in time to first is not. So they get the force out at second. Heads up play by Galvin. As it was chopped weakly right back into his glove. He spun around and fired at the second and got the lead runner.
And pitchers are athletes too, apparently. So we practice those in our PFPs, ball right back to you as a pitcher. You got to get good at not doing that on the mound, right? Like that ball is back to you, get off the mound. That's something you're always taught as pitchers is don't try and throw to second base from the mound because it's an elevated surface, and so the level is going to change.
Here's Cale Clark. Man on first, the pitch. Twitches his hands, but takes it for a strike. Cale Clark, pretty good day for him, 2 for 4. An RBI double most recently in the 7th inning. Galvin peers in, gets his sign, and fires towards the plate. This pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. With 1 out, and Jason Green over at first base. Infield playing back. You got Brass close to second for a double play depth, looking for a ground ball here. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Galvin. The pitch is hit towards Brass, one-hopping him. He fires second. Wareham to first. It's not in time. Ooh, man. Bang play there. They will not get the out at first, but again, they snip the leading runner, and there's 2 outs now with the man on first.
Yeah, and that ball hit out to Brass. That's one of those ones that's like, it looks exactly like skipping a stone on a lake. Like, it's just stung off the bat. And it's one of the hardest ones to field as a middle infielder. Because it hits you so hard, and you can't charge it.
No.
And you can't quite stand your ground. You have to give ground a little bit, and that's exactly what Brass did. He fielded that perfectly.
Max Stagg now, 1 for 4. Man on first with 2 outs. The pitch to him is flied out to right field. Neither one of the AppleSox outfielders can glove it. That's into the corner. Rounding third, headed for home, is Clark. He'll score, and into third with an RBI triple is Stagg. Give it 6-0 now. Edmonton at the top of the 9th. Not what the AppleSox were looking for here.
Yeah, especially you had 2 outs there. You just needed to sit down Stagg, and then you can go to work in the bottom of the 9th and make some magic happen. This team known to pull a rabbit out of the hat at times.
Yeah.
And now you've made the mountain a little steeper for when you go into that bottom of the 9th inning.
9-hole spot, Louis Dion. Galvin peers in with a man on third. And the first offering from the righty is taken in the dirt for ball 1. Stagg trying to be a little cheeky there over at third. Started to a fake steal to home. Take a couple steps.
Yeah.
Just mix up the looks there. Getting in Galvin's head. The 1-0. Outside again, ball 2. Dion struck out most recently in the 8th, but it's a pretty successful day besides that. A sac fly in the 2nd, and a single in the 4th, and a walk in the 6th. Galvin collects at the belt. Takes a pause, winds back and deals. The 2-0 pitch below the knees, ball 3. We said Smith, 10 free passes today.
Yeah.
Looking at number 11 here. The 3-0 pitch. Outside, excuse me. That was the 2-1 pitch, and the count moves to 3-1. That was ball 4. Okay. Have that correctly down to my scorebook.
It's up is down, left is right sometimes. It gets confusing down here.
So runners at first and third at the corners now for top of the order and Drew Veach. Veach, pretty unsuccessful day for him.
Yeah.
Gone 0 for 5. with a pair of flyouts, a pop-out, a strikeout, but he did reach on a fielder's choice today in the fourth, so you could give him that. He steps in with runners again at the corners. Edmonton leads 6-0 with 2 outs on top of the 9th inning. Galvin with the pause, the breath and the fire. It's taken inside for ball 1. Beautiful sky tonight in Wenatchee. Has some pink clouds dotting up the light blue sky. Sun completely set here at the ballpark. Lights shining on Paul Thomas. 1 out of each. In the dirt, ball 2.
Yeah, those clouds kind of look like tufts of cotton candy.
Yeah.
It feels like you just reach up and just like pluck them out of the air.
So 10 total free passes today given by the AppleSox. 7 walks and 3 hit by pitches. 2 balls and no strike to count on Drew Veach, the man batting .346 for the Riverhawks. And the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and chopped weakly into the AppleSox dugout. The count moves to 2-1.
And that ball almost took out the ball girl down there in the AppleSox dugout. It's why you're glad that she's got the softball helmet on with the face mask on it. So even if it does like hit her on the noggin, she's got a lot of protection there to make sure that there's no damage done.
2 balls and 1 strike. Runners at the corners. The pitch on the way from Galvin. Swinging a ground ball. Diving is Brass. He can't go, but gets past him. Scoring is going to be Max Stagg, and it's a 7-0 lead now for the Riverhawks. An RBI single from Drew Veach continues this top of the 9th with 2 outs. Runners at first and second base, bringing up Matt Van Slyke.
I mean, you don't really blame the Riverhawks for extending their lead here because I mentioned it before, 5-0 isn't enough to necessarily win.
No.
And not enough to make you feel comfortable. So 7-0, that's a different story.
Yes, agreed. Van Slyke twirling his bat, waiting for the first offering. The pitch is yanked outside, gets past Overstreet. Runners will move up 90 feet. Overstreet throws down to second, but it's definitely not in time. Wareham give it back to Galvin. Runners at the corners, at second and third, both in scoring position now with the 1-0 count on Van Slyke. First offering, outside, ball 1. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to count. With 2 outs, runners at second and third. Slight shift here. Brass moving into the 6 hole, leaving a big gap up the middle. Galvin will ask for a redo of the signs. He'll come set here. Rocks back. Takes a breath on the 2-0 pitch. Dots the outer black for strike 1. Van Slyke today is hitless. 0 for 4, the walk most recently in the 8th and a fielder's choice in the 6th. Give him a pair of strikeouts in the 1st and 3rd. Galvin looks down at the belt. Fires the 2-1. This pitch is slapped foul out of play. And the count moves to 2-2. The AppleSox need an out here. They cannot afford to give up another base hit.
Yeah, this is a game that has kind of slipped out of your fingers as the game has progressed, and you just need to get across the finish line as quickly as possible.
Riverhawks have picked up a run here or there. They haven't really had a huge inning, but they've been consistent throughout this whole entire ball game. 2-2 pitch from Galvin. In the dirt, ball 3. And this count's filled up. Looking at a potential 12th free pass today.
That's the inning that never ends.
Yeah, this is the longest inning of the ball game. Payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Backhanded is Brass at short. He throws to first, and the AppleSox do get out of the inning, but not before the Riverhawks pick up 2 more runs off of 2 hits. There's no errors, and 2 men are left on base. It is now a 7-0 lead Riverhawks as we enter the bottom of the 9th here out the AppleSox Radio Network.
NCW.news is your source for accurate and intensely local news across North Central Washington. Part of Ward Media, an independent company committed to local journalism, NCW.news provides stories from our network-respected community newspapers. Stay informed with news from the Lake Chelan Mirror, Leavenworth Echo, Cashmere Valley Record, Quad City Herald, and Wenatchee Business Journal. With over 100 years recording the region's history, NCW.news and Ward Media keep communities engaged on the issues that matter most. Visit NCW.news for local news you can trust.
Batter up for a big milestone. A proud sponsor of today's game, the Salcedo Group of Companies, is celebrating 25 years of trusted HVAC, electrical, and development work in our valley. Beyond their expertise, Salcedo is hitting it out of the park with philanthropy, generously supporting over 70 nonprofits, churches, and schools across Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties. They're proud to be locally grown and committed to keeping our valley a great place to call home. Thank you, Salcedo Group of Companies.
Hit a home run with LocalTel Communications. For over 40 years, we've been Central Washington's trusted telecom provider, delivering fast internet and reliable phone service. Whether you're streaming the big game, video chatting with loved ones, or running your business smoothly, LocalTel has you covered. Join the LocalTel family today and enjoy the best connectivity in the region. Visit us at localtel.com to learn more.
Back at Paul Thomas here, Jackson Smith. So happy to have you. It's time for the bottom of the ninth. The Sox are down 7-0 with a lot of work to do. Nikko Paoletto leads it off for the Sox here. Edmonton with a very comfortable lead here in Game 3 of the regular scheduled series as this pitch is inside for ball one. The Sox did take 2 series wins yesterday after hosting a doubleheader. Game 1, they won 9-5, and that was a makeup Game 3 from a series 4 weeks ago. They also won Game 2 as this is swung on and missed for strike 1. And in Game 2 is a walk-off win. Landon White, RBI double, took the AppleSox up 5-4, and that's when they secured their 6th straight series win. And so, not to jump the gun, but an AppleSox loss today isn't detrimental to the team, but it is tough. The 1-1. Check swing, so it does not go. And the count's 2-1 after the slider by Combs.
Yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone last night, as a wise man might say, or write.
Gotta get the reference there. The 2-1 pitch. Paoletto. Check swing. He does go enough around. And the count will move to 2-2.
That was a niche reference I throw there.
Yeah. If you go check out the AppleSox website, 2 birds, 1 stone. That was my article last night.
Yeah.
Give it a read. Appreciate Smith for the help editing that one as well. Nobody on here in the bottom of the ninth. The 2-2 pitch on the way is outside. Taking it is green, and the count's filled up.
That's my job, the sports editor for a newspaper down at Washington State University. It's like, every single day it's just nonstop, like reading stuff. And
yeah.
So it's like breathing,
It's just come natural to you at this point.
Yeah.
So it's a full count with nobody on and no outs here to Nikko Paoletto. Power threat. The payoff pitch. Taken just below the knees for ball 4. And a great take on a full count.
That's his 2nd walk tonight, and that gives him 12 on the year. He has just been a walking machine.
And the man who leads the AppleSox and walks at the bat now, 15 walks this season. Also the WCL Player of the Week. The man who is 4th in average in the league, batting a solid straight 400. Combs comes set, takes a breath. And the first pitch is outside for ball 1.
I was mentioning earlier in today's broadcast that, hey, if a guy's batting .333, that means that every third at bat he gets a hit.
Yeah.
That's good in baseball. So if you're batting .400, that's great.
Just exceptional. Paoletto at first, the 1-0, is just off the plate for ball 2.
And I think that just speaks to how hard baseball is as a sport. Like, you fail, 70% of the time, and you end up in the Hall of Fame. And
exactly.
Yeah, it's just insane.
2-0. The pitch popped up sky high, but it's way out of play. That was 2-1. And with his 15 walks, Santiago's 5th in the WCL as well.
He just walks an insane amount. They actually think that 16 walks with the one earlier today.
You're right, yes.
So just extends his lead on the team.
Paoletto obviously close behind as well with 12 now after today. The 2-1 to Santiago. It's lofted foul. It'll straight out of play. And the count's 2-2.
Yeah, Santiago and Paoletto are two guys that's, I think I said this before, but they rarely have a non-productive or non-quality at-bats.
Yes.
Constantly putting together good at-bats back to back to back.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no out, man on first. Sox down 7-0. Pitch from Combs, outside, ball 3. And the count's filled up.
His eye is just really good. He, comes up big yesterday to set up that walk-off win. Like, he's just a guy who, might not have the flashiest performance in a game, but his outs are productive.
Yes. Sox looking to avoid getting shut out here. The payoff pitch is chopped weakly back to first. Gonzalez will side just to take the out at first base. We'll check back to second, but Paoletto showing off his speed, and will reach second.
Bit of a tongue twister there. But Paoletto.
Wow.
Try and say that 5 times fast. But Paoletto. No, Gonzalez kind of looked a little funny on that one, that it was chopped to him. He almost looked like an MLB The Show character when you're, trying to decide where to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
And it's like you, press the wrong button and then, try and cancel it mid, thing. So he, pump faked and then, just went to first.
He paused for, 2 seconds, just standing there.
Yeah.
And he eventually just took it back to his own bag. Jake Overstreet now with 1 out, man on second. The first pitch to him is a fastball, a little high and in. Ball 1, and he's 0 for 3 with a pair of strikeouts and a flyout. So, he could be due.
He's due.
1-0 the count. Combs at the belt. Takes a breath. Looks back to second and fires. Overstreet twitches his hands, but he takes it outside for ball 2.
A good take there. He's a catcher. He's got a great sense of the zone. And you can see that pitch out of the hands. And, they're adjusting. They're learning. They're figuring out how to attack Combs. And no better time to do it right here. 1 out in the bottom of the 9th, down by 7.
2-0. Man on second base. The pitch is taken for a strike. Center cut. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. And Overstreet entered this ball game with 2 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 5 hits, batting .200. Hoping to make it 3 RBIs here. Deep breath here by Combs, and the 2-1 pitch. Taking below the knees, ball 3.
Good count now. 3-1 count, hitters count. You're going to get a good pitch to hits, so be ready for it. And, Overstreet's got some power when he makes contact.
Any spin you're laying off of here.
Yeah.
Looking for a walk here. A 3-1 pitch to Overstreet from Combs. Taken upstairs, ball 4. Runners at first and second base for the clutch man himself, Landon White.
Yeah, he came up huge yesterday. He was the Superman of that game, just banged that ball off the right field fence to walk it off, and then it was just pandemonium. They just chased him all the way into left center field, and they tried to dunk him with the water, and I believe it was Joe Thornton and someone else. I don't know who was on the other handle of the Gatorade bucket, but they tried to dump it onto
Max Patterson.
It was Max Patterson. Hey, look at you pulling up the photo from the win graphic. Yeah, we got him red-handed, man. He's right here. You can see 13. So it was Patterson and Thornton, and a pair of left-handers there, actually.
Yeah.
The tying factor. Both of them, those lefties, man, you can't trust them. They're just a weird bunch. I say I'm a lefty myself. And they just took that Gatorade bucket, were trying to douse Landon White, and missed completely. Got a completely different I don't think a drop of water got on Landon White. I don't know who they got.
I think they missed at least 70% of everybody.
Yeah. And so they didn't really do their job when it was clutch time.
Landon White now, runners at first and second, came up big yesterday. The walk-off double, the first pitch to him. It's lined into center field. Moving in is Veach. He dives. He can't make the grab. Runners advance 90 feet. And we said it. Clutch man himself. Runners now at every single base for Cooper Brass.
Flair for the dramatic. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 9th. You're still down 7-0. You've still yet to put up a run, but Cooper got Cooper Brass. He can come up big when it matters.
Batting .325, 13 RBIs this year, 9 walks, 13 hits. Bases loaded. Combs, a deep breath. First pitch to Brass. He twitches his hands, but it's called strike anyways. And the count moves 0-1. A helicopter flyover here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Circling the ballpark.
Huh. That is
flying over again.
Scarily low. Like,
is it a news helicopter?
Yeah, it must be. It's that's a little worrisome. That was, wow. That really kind of got everybody.
Everybody's fired. They're fired up now.
Everyone craning their necks to look up at that. Yeah, I mean, the ballpark excited here. That was a little. That got your heart going a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that loud sound. It kind of rattled me for a second. I got a little scared. And I look up at a helicopter. It's just circling Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
So, I don't know if you know this, though, Air Force, the baseball team, when they travel, I think all their sports, whenever they travel in the big military helicopters. So when they come in to play your team, those helicopters just, like, fly over your campus.
That's amazing. 1-0 on Cooper Brass with bases loaded with one out. Bottom of the ninth here. Deep breath by Combs. This pitch is a check swing, but it will be called a strike anyways, and the count's 0-2.
I know that because Air Force played against Washington State University, and that was my freshman year, and I remember being like a little surprised why there were a bunch of military helicopters flying over and realized, oh yeah, Cougar Baseball is playing the Air Force today, so.
And the pitch, swung on and missed. Brass is retired, and it's 2 outs with bases loaded. Man. I mean, that's huge for the Riverhawks. Terrible for the AppleSox.
Unfortunate, poorly timed. Yeah, 2 out. You're down to your last out. Bases loaded, too. So you have 3 potential runs on the table, and you just got to clear the table,
James Castanola was a big piece of the 2024 team. Looking to come up big here. Enters the game 1 for 7. The first pitch to him. Spiked in the dirt. Blocking it is Green. He collapses on the ball. And it's 1-0.
And Castanola drove 20 hours from San Diego to start in Game 1 of this Edmonton series.
And told me yesterday he's feeling a little stiff.
Yeah.
And, rightfully so. At first, Landon White. Second is Jake Overstreet. And third is Nikko Paoletto. The 1-0 to Castanola. There's a breaking ball in there for strike 1. Castanola reached earlier this ball game in the 8th with a walk. Besides that, a pair of groundouts makes him 0 for 2. Long pause by Combs here as he tries to get a sign from Green. He comes set, takes a breath in the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Gloving it. Sato throws to first, and they got him. Third and final out recorded this ball game as the AppleSox leave bases loaded. And they pick up 1 hit. No errors, 3 men left on base, and no runs. Sox fall 7-0 in Game 3. So no sweep,